God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet shit. What flavor is this?
That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend.
Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee.
Or if you're looking for something darker, try the dark roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic. Huzzah!
Hi.
No, you gotta wait for the black for that. You gotta wait. That was like no warning. He's like, "Oh, go, Gary." Like, oh shit! No.
Camera's on the whole time, huh?
Camera's on the whole time.
It's because Gary wasn't like picking his nose right now.
Glad it was just
that was on Garrett. That was on Garrett.
All right.
no idea what's going on and never will. Hi, welcome to Friday Night Tights, ladies and gentlemen of the two genders.
Only two, huh?
There you go.
Only two.
Only two.
My name is Terry Gillian. I come to you from Nerdrotic. And I'm on the road still. I'm in Pasadena, California, in the belly of the beast. This is like the one oasis. I'm actually near the only park in California that doesn't have homeless people in it. I actually took a picture of it. It was like finding.
They're gonna say homosexuals.
That's what I thought he was going to say too, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting as well.
I don't believe
I'd like to go to
either
that kind
of
of
those.
park.
Well, I mean, I just said homeless people. I didn't say there wasn't people there. Okay, so you can assume whatever you want there. I mean, it's Pasadena. 50-50, you never know. And yeah, having a good time on my extended vacation. I'll be at LA Comic-Con tomorrow doing a panel with Chris Gore and Film Threat. That'll be fun. But right now, staying in the here and now, we got a pretty good show. We got a great guest, so let's get to it. What's up, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers?
Hello, Gary from Nerdrotic. You're not at the Mar-a-Lago setup like you were last time.
No,
Is it the same place or is it a different one now?
I'm at a different a cheaper hotel with much better internet. There you go.
Yes, it's been a very fun week. Fun week for a lot of different reasons. My reaction to the Mario trailer went viral for me being negative and viral for me being positive at the same time. Completely separate
Unfortunately,
takes.
neither one of those viral things happened on your channel.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I love getting the attention. I love getting a lot of attention, and I've gotten a lot of attention this week, so that makes me happy. But it's Friday Night Tights. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a wild week, and we're here to continue the party. So let's continue this party right now.
Oh, not like Wednesday, dude. That was a little long for me. I went out with Chris Gore, and I met Robert Meyer Burnett and Polly, my sober brother. And then I didn't drive, so they went to a bar, and then another bar, and then another burlesque thing. And I got home at 3. I was just tired. I don't know how those drunk people can do it. I just felt old and tired. I wanted to go home at like 1, but it was I was stuck. So I'm still tired. I don't know how those guys do it, but they do it a lot. I mean, what else is there to do in California except, well, oh, wait, I have some breaking news from yesterday. LA County is thinking about an indoor mask mandate starting as early as next week. Just
Why?
in time to leave.
Oh, man.
God. And
California.
there's so many mask people here, dude. It's pretty funny. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Gary. You're on the road still. I'm finally back home.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a while, so it's good to be back and actually back in the grind. Yesterday, I went to Universal Studios with Drunk 3PO to take a look at how they're transforming it for Christmas. So that was fun. And I'm shout out Drunk 3PO. Got his Welcome to the Rebellion shirt on. I know he'll be happy to see that. But yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. And I mean, Hollywood's dog shit. Is anything else new? Another Lucasfilm project that takes something fun that people loved in the 80s, just completely destroys it with Willow. Who could have seen that coming? Who could have possibly imagined? Yeah, so
Can't wait for Indy 5 or 4
You know,
or 8.
I didn't
Everyone.
even care enough to do a reaction on that indie trailer. That's how much I just didn't even fucking care. I would much rather
Well, I'm
just
gonna make you watch it.
So fuck. I mean,
Yeah,
I did
we're
watch
gonna
it,
watch it.
but I watched it, but I didn't have the energy to do like a reaction to it. So I just didn't fucking care. I mean, I cared more about the Guardians thing. That's why I did a reaction to it. But Indy, I just don't. Man, it's. If anybody has any faith in that project whatsoever, or anything Lucasfilm's really doing, that's on you, I guess. But I just
At this point,
Harrison Ford's like 95 years old,
And he looks
and
95.
Yeah.
yes,
Well,
yeah,
even
It's not even him
de-aged.
for most of the
Even
trailer.
de-
Like
Yeah.
any action scene is very carefully filmed from behind, or you can't really see the face, so they could just get someone else to do it for him. It was
yeah.
There's a lot of stand-ins for him, and then they like face over him with CGI. It doesn't look great.
That
I mean,
one thing on the
like,
horse or whatever
horse
looked
shot.
terrible. Looked
Yeah.
awful. Looked awful.
You can't de-age your knees. That's
And to be clear, I would 1000% watch an Indiana Jones movie that's just Harrison Ford trying to just legitimately do all these things. Like, I would be 100% down for that. I think it'd be great.
Oh, my back.
Oh, yeah,
Didn't he break his foot on this?
he did. He
did,
broke
right. That's
was
a
it
tradition.
his arm.
His foot was broken on Star Wars.
Yeah, the Millennium Falcon in Force Awakens, like one of the doors from the Millennium Falcon like slammed shut and broke his leg or something, which that should have been an omen. And yeah, I think on set for this, he injured his shoulder or his arm or something.
Yeah.
And he's also like crashed 8 planes, I believe.
Bro, just stop, please. Just take a break.
yeah, but that's
Go
also
just
normal.
right off into that sunset.
That's
Why couldn't it be
normal for action
Indiana
films.
Jones and the Icy Hot?
That would be better than fucking Dial of Destiny. What the fuck? That's a terrible name.
The Dial of Destiny.
Disparu was
yeah.
trying to explain what Dial of Destiny means. Go ahead, Disparu. Tell us all about
No,
Dial of
I
Destiny.
was going to
I'm
talk
just-
about
I'm just-
something I
Explain.
actually enjoyed. It's like Pierce Brosnan, even for action films, he broke something every single movie because if you do your own stunts, you're going to get injured. And that's with healthy people. So you put a 95-year-old person in that kind of thing, and the only thing that's surprising isn't that he broke something, it's that he didn't die. That's what we should be grateful for at this point.
Well,
It's
like,
like, I
Tom
would not be
Cruise-
doing that at his age.
I don't know if it was for Fallout. One of the Mission Impossibles recently. I don't know if it was Ghost Protocol or Fallout. Tom Cruise had to jump like across, like from building to building, and then land like halfway up. You know, kind of hit your chest there, and then pull yourself the rest of the way up. And I think he like cracked his ribs when he did it, or something, or he broke his ankle when he fell, or something
Yeah, he was
happened.
injured.
He gets hurt a lot doing those. So he's
Harrison
kinda
Ford is
fucking-
Oh, yeah, I
only
think-
80.
He's only
Only.
He's only 80.
He's older than
There's
Joe
a bit
Biden.
in one of the roof chases where he drops down on top of a guy and fights a guy, and I think that's where he broke it, like
Maybe something like that.
other stuff.
I know he's in Hollywood, so he probably, bathes in virgin blood or whatever they do there. But
That was a weird pause.
Well, just trying to decide which one, virgin or infant blood.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
didn't
tell.
wanna go
It's
to-
Hollywood.
That was just.
I didn't want to go to the Chrome. Okay, I just didn't want to go there. Right. So I had to stop myself.
Chrome browser.
Chrome browser. But yeah, I was just at a old folks home visiting my mom with a bunch of 80-year-old people. Yeah, dude. Like, I don't care how good a shape he's in. He looks fucking old because he is. Like, retire, dude. You're rich. You're good. And at the end of the day, there's only 3 Indiana Jones films. That's it. That's all.
It's almost like they should have took the hint that, you know, the third one had a pretty good like ending in terms of a name, The Last Crusade. Like I feel like
They
you
rode
should have
off
just stopped
into
right
the
there.
sunset.
Yeah.
It was done. Stop. He keeps going. He goes back to every one of his great characters and ruins them. Stop it,
Dude.
Just, what is
That's
wrong with
two
you?
franchises. You have to go back to your super elderly lead. You're out of ideas, Hollywood, Picard, and freaking Indiana Jones. You're going to kill these guys. Stop it.
To be
I wanna
fair,
see-
when this started production, he was only like 74. You know,
Okay.
and they could never get it off the ground. So
Good point. Hello, Garrett. How are you?
Hey, I'm still sick. You know, it's been all week, but you know, I'm recovering a little bit, and it's been a crazy week. A lot of crazy stuff going on. And we're not going to talk about any of it. We're going to talk about Indiana Jones 5. Can't wait. Can't wait.
I think we'll talk about some of it.
We got to talk about Guardians.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Guardians
yeah.
too. That was
Guardians,
pretty good. Pretty good.
Bernard Hill.
I watched the Christmas special too. Finally, it's really good.
It's good.
That's
Yeah,
why I
I
have like
really enjoyed
the
it.
smallest of hopes, which I know is just stupid, for the DC. Like, please, James Gunn, he's a good director. He knows how to like put things together. So maybe
And,
have
and he
something-
publicly had Chris Pratt's back. So
yeah,
you know
he
kind of
has
made up
some,
for a
like,
lot of the
not funny tweets, but you know,
yeah,
doesn't everybody? I mean, not like that.
yeah, not
You know
like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Whoa,
Maybe it was a little
Garrett,
too
your
far.
whole outfit, your headphones, your chair, your shirt.
I
Everything
didn't mean
matches.
the shirt. Oh man, oh yeah.
Yeah, you're rocking,
It's
man.
like-
It's like
Gary,
Gary.
matches
Gary
with
and
his
I.
headboard
Yeah.
background.
Look
You
at
guys
that.
are like Christmas together.
Blending in. Look at you, the Christmas
Green and
boys.
red.
When I was in that Airbnb that looked like it was a fucking bunker, and I was wearing just that like green, that plain green shirt, people were saying I looked like Zelensky. Except I actually looked like I was in a real war zone. That was the only difference with that Airbnb I had.
This is my last clean shirt. That's just a fact. But
He's like, don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone, I'll tell
First
everyone.
Santa's always listening.
Yep.
Mhm.
My shirt dirty.
What's up, Disparu? Thanks for proper British representation. Some stupid New Zealander
Always
here.
nice for change. It's always good to be back. You know, the last time I was on this show, I was told that I have a lesbian haircut. And then I'm like, that is that's never been said before. I've been insulted many different ways. That was completely original. But then Willow comes along, and one of the main characters, you
That's her
know,
hair.
she swings that way. And halfway through the first episode, I'm like, you know, our hairstyles are remarkably similar. That's like, so, you know, my hair is like this out of sheer laziness. I find it a bit weird that someone would style their hair this way in any kind of deliberate decision. But I do like that now I have a character that I can cosplay almost at will. I just may, you know, need a little bit more help in sort of the vegan latte area. But apart from that,
Not much.
I'd say.
well, yeah,
Wow.
some of us are just born lucky. What can I
Shots
say?
fired.
You're just on day one of girlhood. That's all.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
exactly.
Soon you'll sell shea butter.
I wasn't saying not much to insult Disparu. I was insulting the lead in Willow.
That means you have interesting hair though, because I've also been told I have a lesbian haircut, and I just don't know what that looks like. Like, what do lesbians look like precisely?
Dudes.
Well, if you have like the shaved head, we even got it in the thumbnail. I mean, come on, guys.
You gotta know. You know.
If you see someone with hair like that, if you see someone with hair
shaved
like
side.
that, 4 out of 5 times, like, come on.
It's like
Hey,
it's
listen.
sort of like in the wild. If you see like a snake with certain colors, then you know it's poisonous. You got to stay away from it. So
Yeah.
I guess I get it.
Hey, look, I got KD Lang did it well
Oh,
before Disparu.
my
Okay,
Oh,
so that's
my goodness. That's upsetting.
Disparu, you can cosplay as so many people. Listen
Oh
to
my
growing.
It's
There's a-
uncanny.
I find that a lot of lesbians have my haircut because they're trying to look like a fucking man. Is what it is. Take it as a compliment.
We can do it. Is it Katie Lang or Disparu?
Halfway
Oh.
there,
Telling you to-
I could
The
definitely
meme?
have done this role.
I see a
Yaska,
meme that
can you
they're
tell
the
the
exact
difference?
same picture. Yeah. Corporate wants you to too. Oh.
Hello. I don't know how you got on the bottom there, Chrissy Mayer, but you're on the bottom.
I started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Yep.
Still at the bottom.
Still It's okay. It's okay, Chrissy. We're power bottoms.
It's okay. You know what? It's okay to know your place. You know? I'm back with ornaments.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Somebody's in a
Yeah.
Christmas spirit. Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
Playing with my balls right now.
And good.
Very nice. Very shiny.
It's good
Hey,
to be here.
thanks.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. It's good to be here. What an exciting news week. The internet is alive.
With the sound of music.
It
Yeah.
is. Well, I mean, like Elon, like his, kick the hornet's nest. It's great. It's fucking brilliant. Making Tim Cook like bend the knee. That was impressive. I like that one. He had help,
Yeah.
but I didn't think he'd win that one, but he did. So,
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't help that Apple's like their slave labor in China and backing the CCP. That doesn't help it,
Do you know now that if
Not
you
great.
are trans and you move to either San Diego or San Francisco, the mayor is going to give you like $1,200 a month for 18 months, like just for being trans. Like
That is San Francisco. That is
It's not
my
incentivizing at
my
all.
old mayor, London Breed, who is an up jump file clerk dipshit, and she shows that every day. She's the one. The final nail in the coffin when we left is when they said, "Okay, we're going to reopen all the businesses, but we're going to do it by equity. We're going to do it by equity."
Oh, gross.
London Breed
Right.
looks like she fucked her way to her positions.
Yes,
What does that look like?
London Breed.
A whore.
London Breed. Or Kamala Harris. It's interchangeable.
Yeah, honestly, Willie Brown held the key to all the power positions, and it was in his pants. So,
Kama Sutra.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's basically like trans like welfare essentially. I don't know. And as long and you're being encouraged, like you can only collect this money if you make less than what $600 a month or something like that. And there's like 100 different like options that you can choose from for your sexuality, like to spirit all the ones that we already know, but like categories like stud and like daddy, and it's like, how do you even have to prove this stuff,
if you're making less than $600 a month, you have far more important problems in your life than not knowing what gender you are. Like, holy shit.
Oh,
Gotta figure
they
something
did
out.
this for artists a year ago. So they did it for artists, but it was only POC artists. So they were discriminatory. They're like, no white people can apply for this, basically. I was like, what the fuck?
California, they were the people that wanted to get rid of a law which prevented them from being discriminatory, right?
And I believe they did.
Or did they actually I thought it actually got back down, but I suppose if all this stuff's going on, then because we have the same kind of thing. I know the NHS does something like that, but over here it's entirely illegal. But what they do is, well, we're just going to offer it to them first, and then if no one gets the job, then we'll offer it to everyone else, and that's their kind of loophole that they use to get around actually not being
If the
racist.
law's around, they're not enforcing it because this is like you're taking people's tax money and you're like farming it to a specific race that cannot be legal.
Redistributing the wealth.
Redistributing the wealth.
Shout out Bernie Bros.
Isn't it
Share my meme. Share my meme.
expensive to live in the West Coast too? Could they even survive on that much money? I don't think so. Oh my god.
This is awesome right
It's
here.
so cute.
Ah!
Okay, quarter black on the black
you
guy.
did ask
we got-
so dirty.
Let me see. So we've got. I have
You got a
literally
little
no
fro.
hair. Like I'm completely bald. I have no eyebrows, no hair, no facial. I'm just.
You don't
Is
have
that-
any eyebrows.
That's pretty accurate.
Pretty
Is that
accurate.
Glass Joe? I don't know who that is. So Ryan is Von Kaiser.
I look pretty
Az
good.
is King Hippo.
Oh.
Nice.
Gary is Lil Mac. There you've got Chrissy with her frostbitten. You've got X-Ray
Wow.
Girl Go to. Odin that's Bald Bull, I believe. You're Mr. Sandman, and
But
that's
in
Super Macho
whiteface.
Man.
Sleep, bitch.
So there you go. I love it.
Sweet.
Freaking Punch Out, such a great game.
Yeah.
I never defeated Mike Tyson to this day though. I could never beat Mike
Undefeated.
Tyson in that game.
I never even got that far.
That's no surprise at all.
One
That's
fight in.
absolutely no surprise.
Probably
at all.
hasn't gone out of the menu.
Hey, Gary's working on Glass Joe.
X-ray girl.
Hello. I'm excited for today. It's almost like Gothix. Have you been on Simcast? I think you have.
One
right?
time, I think.
One time. It's
Yes,
almost like
you
a
have
mini
come back.
Simcast. Triangle.
Okay.
Girls.
But also-
Is that how it's gonna feel like
FNT
anytime we have any woman on?
Yeah. FNT's going woke. FNT's going
Speaking
woke.
Yes, and a
Be careful
lesbian.
on the bottom though. Just chill out, everybody.
I'm just
No.
saying. Look at where the eyes are printed on this shirt. This is a Drunk 3PO shirt.
No,
It's printed in a better spot.
Yeah.
Drunk
Oh, trust
3PO
me.
knows where to put the eyes.
We're gonna take full advantage of that when
Here.
I'm there. So just check out 221 Be Tactical for your boob Geeks and Gamer shirts. I'll make sure that happens.
Mhm.
So yes, Jay did design that shirt though. Yes, he did.
But yes,
Yes, he did.
I wanted to wear it. I feel like this is where I usually wear all my merch, but yeah, I like it. I like the shirt. It's hidden in the back of the closet.
I'm sure the chat really likes that shirt.
Chat likes
too.
it too.
Someone in the chat said FN she.
It would go well with the real BBC.
Careful, because Krista might turn all you guys into female versions. She's done it.
Oh, she's done it.
She's done
Whatever.
it.
Mine
She's done it.
looks fuckable when they do that. So
Yeah, I always look good.
Disparu, you're next. Then it sounds like.
Yeah.
If it's the Snapchat or Instagram filter, whatever it is, like those are very complimentary filters. Like they work for most people.
Yeah, right.
yeah, 98% of women online. Yes.
Well, I looked like a woman studies teacher, so like I don't know.
Like a librarian.
Like,
Like a sexy librarian. Who's going for
hello, Gothix. Welcome back to the show.
Good evening, my fellow Caucasians. How are you? Thank you for
How you
inviting me
doing,
back
Gothix?
on. I am fantastic. I'm ready to talk about the internet and the world burning. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Yep, the lessons we can learn from the burn.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, break out your marshmallows. We can just toast marshmallows over the fire that is Hollywood and culture right now, and just have a little fun. Because my God, it's been so much this week. Not even talking about some crazy rapper. All the other stuff.
You don't call him crazy. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
He's crazy. Hope he gets help. Willow. I saw the first 10 minutes.
Oh no, go to 20. Like they front load everything in that first 20 minutes, which is where they're introducing all of the characters, and it's like every single time they tell you anything about anyone, it gets worse for the entire first 20 minutes. It's astronomical.
Willow's really bad, dude.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, I'm not even coming close to that shit.
I've watched it.
Oh, well, they want to immediately. They want you to know that there are lesbians in this world, and what eventually happens is the lesbians have to go save the prince.
Yeah. Yes. The prince who is like a womanizer, and not as good with the sword as his twin sister, the princess, who happens to be a gay princess, so a lesbian princess and a lesbian lady knight. They team up and scissor their way to go save her brother.
Sounds like it happened really organically when they were writing the story. You know?
I'm sure Jonathan Kasdan writes it. It was pretty organic.
There's a lot of jokes between them about you'll make a great knight. Do you want to come? There's just all the time is just euphemisms everywhere with them. And even within like maybe the first 10 seconds, the first line is telling this woman how amazing she is at sword fighting. And the next one is we're banging. Well, they're both just staring at each other's lips, like straight up right off the bat. It was incredibly naturally written as it was.
What did Jonathan Kasdan? Because he was involved with Solo. Solo lost money.
He was the one who originated the pansexual thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I remember he said some stuff on Twitter
that Lando was having sex with like machines.
Yeah. That guy's
like
a freak,
vibrators?
man.
No.
Dude, like robots.
Like
Oh,
actual,
yeah.
like yeah,
It's
there's an
just the
actual-
writer's fetish, man.
You
That's
might
all
have
it
had
is.
that.
Just imagine if your vibrator was actually alive, Chrissy. That's what
Oh
we're
my
talking about.
God. It's like my dreams come true.
Isn't that what a husband is for?
Does your
Well,
husband
some could
vibrate? Well,
say.
probably yours does.
Yeah.
Yours actually
He's
is
got a whole
for robots.
attachment. Your husband's not
You got
normal,
one of them
X-ray.
Transformer
Maybe not the
husbands.
leg you want sometimes, but
But
yeah.
batteries sold separately. Sorry.
Electric will vibrate, I guess.
They don't call him Mark the Cyborg for nothing.
That's
So-
right. He's fully functional.
With vibrating action.
No, there's a meme. It's coming any second now.
No
I
wonder
just
you're
somebody
always
needs
in
to
a good
do
mood,
that
X-Men
meme
girl.
with Mark's like smiling thumbs up
Yeah.
picture.
Happy
There's
wife,
reasons I'm
happy
married to
life.
And like I can't say that I was like a huge fan of Willow. Like it wasn't like oh, that's so cool, it's awesome, I love this. It's whatever. But it's just as soon as you know that Lucasfilm is going to take another one of their IPs and they're going to reimagine it for the modern era, because that's what Jonathan Kasdan said in this interview. Not only did he address the hey, we wanted the focal point of this story to be this lesbian teen romance, but also that it was all about making the fantasy genre more palatable to everybody. And he even said in 1988, when they first made Willow, it wasn't very diverse. Well, the world has changed, and we want to reflect that. Like all the
There
same
were black
talking
midgets
points.
in the original one. There was black midgets. There
That's
was
not-
midgets everywhere.
But there
was-
weren't gays.
That's not diverse
There weren't
enough.
gays.
It's not lesbian enough. That's what it is.
It's not even that. There was something about all of the characters, because at one point they're even like, well, immediately after the first scene, there's like, well, now we'll show you the straight people. And you're like, okay, which one's the bloke? Because I can't tell. But between them, between like everyone that was there was something getting at the characters that none of these people felt like they're in the world. And it's like, no, these are just sort of Zoomer Californians that have been picked up and put into a fantasy universe. At one point, one of them tells them to jog on. It's not exactly language within the fitting of the universe. Like, that just doesn't fit at all. And these are people who live in sort of a medieval society. They live in a monarchy, and it's written by a 43-year-old Californian, so he obviously understands a lot about monarchy. And you've got all these people going, oh, I can't believe that I've got to get married to someone that I don't love. It's like, you would have been raised since birth to have known this is what you're going to do. And you're getting married with someone to merge two kingdoms to literally save the world, and you're still complaining about it. Like, everyone in this series is just entirely selfish. At one point, she tries to lob a knife at her brother's face, and then 5 minutes later, we're supposed to realize, oh, I'm really sorry that you got kidnapped by these people. I'm not gonna go save him now. No one makes sense. Everyone's selfish, horrible, disgusting people, and no one fits in this universe because these are modern people with modern sensibilities written for a Twitter audience. It's not a fantasy reality.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but the way that you just described it, when they say modern audience, I'm thinking just that, the over-entitled sensitivity of just this generation in general. Forget the gay stuff. That's the modern thing.
Oh,
It is.
absolutely.
And they're missing that audience, Gothix. I talked about on a live stream earlier in the week, and there was a breakdown of it was a poll, and it was only done with 2,000 people, but whatever. It was a Marvel poll, but 9% of their audience is Gen Z. 9%. But that's what they're 100% going for.
Yeah,
and they're losing it. Like nobody cares. So that's what Hollywood. I mean, like two studios recently just hired TikTokers to create content. Paramount and Disney. They're desperate to get this younger audience that they're just not getting.
They don't have fucking money. These are people who are sitting home begging Joe Biden to forgive their student loans, which for their degree they can't get a job for. Like, they don't have any spending power. So going after an attack and targeting this audience will not work. Time and time again, we see it.
Yeah, they're trying to market towards Friday Night Tights right now. I'm sharing my screen, so they clearly understand how many people are here, and they're really
See, diversity.
Did I change into a
No,
redhead?
extra girl, you look
Extra
weird.
girl
as fuck.
I'm
Still too
I gotta
tall.
go back to the gym.
real.
Even as a little person, she is a big person.
Extra girl, who dressed you? Curtains?
Oh my
They
goodness.
do get rid of the ginger baby from the first episode, and they even write it into the plot as if, no,
Yeah,
we
they
were
even
just hiding
say-
her hair. It's like, what?
Little
Yeah.
guy, look at the size of my feet. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You look
are
like
doing
Joe
big things.
Pesci.
You know what
You
to
look-
say?
Chris, your
Yeah,
tits look pretty big.
yeah. There's a
But they're the
reason
same
comics.
as my
Yeah.
stomach.
There's a reason
Yeah.
comics wasn't here. It needs to be a
Oh.
meme. So they could just use a regular picture
close
of
to
him. if it-
reality.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I would say
shut
the
up.
one thing that amazed me, because I watched the original movie just before this to like refresh my memory of it and stuff. And I don't think Warwick Davis was that bad an actor in the original, but in this, his line, he does not care about this thing at
No,
all.
there's no.
Like at one point, oh, you are the person that came to save the universe. Now we need to go over the sea, and then you are the last savior for all of humanity. It's like, you can tell he just like, "All right, check, please. That's it. I'm off
Bro.
now, please. Thank you."
It's his legacy. Why would
We
you?
need to
Come on,
fight
bro.
the
Try it.
darkness that is coming. The darkness, which is, oh my god, so racist. It's yeah, I'm with
Dog
Ryan. I
whistle.
didn't like Willow. I was 18 when Willow came out. Mad Mardigan was the only character I gave a shit about, and I thought the movie, that was the first
Ooh.
time I started going, maybe Lucas isn't perfect, you know?
You know how he was a good character from the original movie? They've destroyed him in this.
No,
Yeah,
what do they do?
Him as
No.
Well,
He's a-
have you seen the second episode?
Yeah.
So the first episode, the way it's introduced is he's gone, right? He's not there.
Mhm.
His kids feel like he's a deadbeat dad. That's what they think. They think that he abandoned them, like all this stuff. They really resent him. In the second episode, early on, you find out that he was actually sent like to go because there's a big fucking threat somewhere. Like 9 years before this, he was sent to go off and do something. I think that's how they're gonna like kill him off. There's obviously problems with having Val Kilmer, come in with what he's going through. We saw in Top Gun Maverick, they were able to do it in a way that was like so perfect. But in this, I guess, what would you do for this? Would you have him, sit there and just not be able to really speak, and he's injured or like whatever, and have him die? I don't know. But the first episode, it makes him look like a deadbeat dad. The second episode, you find out that he went on a mission, like he was sent on a mission, and he hasn't come back. So you assume something really bad happened.
Yeah, but well, they say his mission was successful, and he stayed out there. And no, you'd think if you're talking to this guy's
So he's Han
daughter,
Solo.
you'd be like, no, he wanted to come back, but he couldn't. And this guy's like, no, he found what he was after. Like,
Yeah.
He's leading them along the line of, no, actually, he just didn't care about you.
They Han
The only
Solo'd
kind
him.
of hope, the only kind of hope is when he said, like, maybe it's just easier to hate him. But the story's done it a lot. There's a lot of like, you find their parents, they're actually giving them good messages. Like, this is what you need to do for the kingdom. This is about duty. You need to stop caring about what you want and think about other people for once in your life. But then they immediately undermine that by putting them in a situation which puts them as the horrible, evil, sort of nemesis kind of character. Like, well, if they're wrong about that, presumably you're saying that the message overall is wrong. And so you end up in a place where these characters could be going on an arc, but I think it'll just be like, oh no, we were right all along. Because even the two main characters, one of them says, no, but the parents, yeah, they keep telling us all this stuff, but we can go forth, and when we're leaders, we can change everything. We can, like, essentially do a revolution for all of the entire monarchy. It's like,
Subvert the
monarchies are done.
political structure of colonialism
Yes.
and
Yeah.
feudalism and whatever.
They're all little Greta Thunbergs.
As a Brit, I really don't like a Californian coming in and talking about monarchy and how it's awful and horrible. And no, we should just change it and get rid of it all. It's like, no, you may not understand the reasons why all of these lineages are put in place. And quite frankly, you don't need to. It's existed for thousands of years. It exists for a reason. And you don't know. Like, there's literally a 20-year-old saying it. Like, you don't need, as a 20-year-old, you don't need to understand why this thing has existed for thousands of years.
But I gotta
No.
topple it, okay? I don't like
I'm
it.
20,
I'm
and
20.
nothing really exists. Everything that existed before me was racist. Okay.
Needs to
Well,
be
yeah.
done. My
I don't-
time
just
now.
listening to you guys talk about this, I don't even think that these Hollywood studios are trying to necessarily make stuff to cater to a younger demographic. I think they're trying to condition the younger demographic to take that on as their new their new principle, because it sounds like they're trying to create this narrative of like revolutionary, just kids gonna take over, change the world. Basically, like you said, a Greta Thunberg.
Programming.
Yeah, programming.
Well, the 90s did that a lot, and you go back and watch a lot of like kids television, it's all like environmentalist crap like that. Like kids are the change.
Have you seen The Peripheral?
It's like all that stuff. So that's what happened whenever those kids grew up. They became the assholes that we all see on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, what that
I liked
strange,
Captain Planet,
world
okay?
that movie.
Like
that's
Heart.
out.
I fucking hated. I mean, I
fucking hate that
liked
show.
it at the
I did not
time, but I
like it.
hated the message because even then I hated recycling.
I thought it was hippie bullshit.
Fern Gully, Pocahontas. Like, yeah,
That's
all
a
the same
common trope
things.
in anything geared towards like young adults or anything. Is hey, the kids know better. Like the adults are out of touch.
easier to
Things need to
scare
change.
them.
Scare
It's
more.
easier to scare kids and
Yeah.
tell them you're young now and the world you're living in might be destroyed and you're gonna die young. So like they
Yeah.
feel like they need like that. They scare the shit out of kids. It's easy to do. So that's what they do. Captain Planet sucked. I thought.
Fern
It sucked.
Gully was great though.
Yeah, Avatar tried to do for Gully again too. It wasn't as good.
That's what the peripheral has it. Oh, the bees have died, the environment got destroyed, and like humanity got wiped out. It's like, oh, cheers. That's coming from the future. It's like the
great.
message is you can change this. It's like, oh, come on.
That was a Doctor Who episode too. Oh, oof.
Yeah, that's what the message for Avatar: Way of Water is going to be. It's hey, climate change. You can change it. You can.
That's
fix it.
going to be.
You know what's killing the climate? Capitalism. That's what it's going to do.
Avatar.
I thought
It's
it
going to
was
be in the new series of
China.
Doctor
The
Who
best
as
part
well.
about it is what's killing the climate is capitalism in our $2 billion movie that could have fed 5 countries and planted a forest full of trees.
Wow.
I watched the interview with James Cameron where he tries to justify. He's like, "Oh, well, I've been doing all this environmental stuff, and then I thought, well, I could go make a movie and reach more people that way." Like, what are you trying to do? You're not gonna.
anybody that anybody
You're
that
changing
says any
lives
of
with
that shit,
Avatar.
I don't believe 'em.
Okay,
I
sure.
don't believe anybody who talks about that shit. Period. It's almost like with the fucking Tim Cook stuff this past week, where he's literally being asked about China and he ignores everything. But when he could talk about Black Lives Matter and how important it was to end racism because it was socially acceptable, and he knew it'd get brownie point. Anybody that talks about that shit, I automatically just don't believe anything they say. People that want to help, go out there and help. They don't get in front of a microphone and talk about it, and just you never see any results from it. So anybody that says that shit, they're automatically lying.
Dude
in my
spent like
opinion.
10 years on a movie, on this water movie. Like, not gonna make a big difference. I'm just saying.
I don't think so.
On a lame fucking water movie, but boo people.
Well, what if his message inspires the world, Garrett?
Oh man, what
Yeah.
if?
If I change just one mind, it'll be worth it. So that's
Wow.
I wish that James Cameron would spend his time making cool movies again. You know, that's what I wish.
He
That's
doesn't like testosterone. It's poison to men, guys.
yeah, it's poison. And remember,
I'm weird on Avatar. I didn't hate it. I watched it one time and never watched it again.
hated
So
it.
I don't even know what I would think of it all this time later.
Terminator, Dark Fate. He came up with the story. It was his
He
idea
backed
to
it.
kill John Connor in the
Backed
first
it.
fucking 2 minutes. The guy's gone. He's just gone.
Yeah, like Avatar is fine. Like Avatar's a fine movie. It was revolutionary technically, right? With like how they made this thing, how they got it on the screen, how you watched it. It was revolutionary for sure. But the movie itself, we've seen the plot before. We just haven't seen it on an alien, like with alien life forces instead of like with Indians or something. It's a different indigenous population.
What would you rather watch, Armageddon or Avatar?
Ooh.
Probably Armageddon.
Armageddon. That's an easy question.
Yep.
Armageddon. The thing is like
Yeah.
the original one, it blew up so large, right? Because like you just said, all of this massive tech jump, people were like, "Oh my god, 3D! This is so cool!" And then all of the visuals are really cool, but that's not cool anymore. Like so many movies have done the same thing. That this new movie, you spent 10 years doing basically what all the other movies do. Like you're gonna come out.
Do you
There's
think it's
nothing
gonna
innovative.
make $1 billion? You think it's gonna make
I
$1 billion?
do know one thing though. You don't bet against James Cameron. So I'm not going to say it's going to flop or something, I just don't think it's going to be as massive of a hit as the first one was because it just doesn't have that same kind of breakthrough technology.
You don't
level.
think it's going to be the biggest movie of all time?
No.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
I think it will make $1 billion for sure. I don't think it's going to make 2.
Yeah, the same thing was said about Titanic before it came out. Like it was going to flop. The cost had overrun to insane levels. The studio was about to go under, and then it became the biggest hit in the world. So
hey, listen,
James Cameron has 2 of the top 3 movies of all time at the box office, right? He makes
Roll
some
for
big
3.
box office hits, but like he said himself, and I don't think he's accurate, but this is what he said, that this movie needs to be the 3rd or 4th top grossing movie of all time to break even, which means $2 billion.
I think he's overselling.
I think he is too. And I think that might be meaning all of the money they have invested in everything that they've done, because they're already like shooting Avatar 3 right now as we speak, and they're in pre-production for 4 and stuff. So that's what I think he means, but that's what he said. You know, he did say that.
Well, look, I mean, it's just one piece of the puzzle, but the Land of Pandora at Animal Kingdom in Orlando is always mega packed. I mean, it's now, I think that is specifically because of how well they did the world and not so much Avatar. Avatar to me is not a pull, but they did a great job on that entire section of that park, and it's always mega packed. But I don't see the cultural relevance. I've never seen the cultural relevance to Avatar. I've never seen any cultural relevance at all to this movie, but it definitely, it connects to people on some level for sure. But I do think the movie's gonna minimum $1 billion for sure. I don't know about 2 though. I don't know about 2. Guess it just depends on.
It does have a
Chinese.
It does have a Chinese release.
Oh,
too.
Really?
Well, at least it'll get their number. Yeah. Yeah.
What's a
I don't know if
Chinese
anybody
release when you finally get unwelded out of your house?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if anybody will see it, but yeah.
Shit. Too soon.
Yeah. Interesting things going on in China right now. We'll see if it
Could be
continues.
interesting.
Tim Cook doesn't want to talk about it, Gary.
No, he
Dang.
doesn't. That fucker knows. He knows where all the skeletons are. All thousands of them.
He bent the knee to Elon real quick though.
He did. That was probably because Elon.
Elon also knows.
Bruh, I know shit. Okay, we did coke together 10 years ago, and you told me everything. Yeah. I absolutely.
Elon's got
believe
that same Trump energy because he's like, I've played the game just like all you. I'm just
what we do-
letting
what
everybody
we have is
know.
we have an oligarch going after a bunch of other oligarchs. Like that's what we have here in our country. They're no different than the Russian ones at this point, the big tech ones. They fucking run our country. And the only thing that kept fucking Twitter on the App Store, as far as I know, is the other big tech companies just wanting to jam Apple up for less of a percentage. It wasn't like because it's the right thing to do. It wasn't that. It's not like woke Hollywood's turning shit around because it's the right thing to do, even though it is. And like, you know, in my very small sample size here, talking to a few people at a couple of soirees, like everybody's like, dude, love what you're doing. Can't say anything, man. It's worse than you could possibly imagine.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I've got something. I've got a kind of a thing that we can share later. I got to find out if I can share the image, but I can definitely read it. That's kind of a smoking gun. So from the Writers Guild of America, we'll tease that a little bit. So I just got it before the show, at least the first page. I might get more.
How do you feel about that in general when people say, I love what you're doing, but I can't say anything?
It's nice to hear. And then I'm like, but you need to say something because they can hear it from me all day long. Doesn't really matter. But if you're like, hey, I work in the industry and this is crazy. There's like the discrimination is still here. It just changed. It's the same discrimination. It's the same revolving door. All the Me Too shit is still going on. It's no fucking different at all. And like, this is the last town that should be moralizing on fucking anybody. Promise you. And they got away from what the one good thing they did was entertain people and bring people together. You know, that was their one good thing that actually contributed to society. And now everything's a platform. But it makes it's frustrating, Gothix, because I mean, like we all kind of fell into this. Like, you know, Jeremy was just going to be Geeks and Gamers. We're going to cover games. We're going to kind of like I'm going to review TV. I was not going to get into some fucking culture war. right? But then it just happened around us, and all of us at first felt like, oh shit, I'm alone. I'm taking, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one taking the crazy pills here. But then we found out we weren't alone. And as time has gone on, this has evolved into this huge thing to where Hollywood is now paying attention. Like they're definitely watching. I know that for a fact. So
hi Hollywood.
Hollywood, you suck. But,
Fuck you.
But I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird to be like told that, but we really need them to speak up, Gothix. That's when shit changed.
And I think that they should. I think there's power with strength in numbers too. Like I think it's very easy for someone to keep silent if they think, oh, I'm going to lose my job, my career is ruined, and everything. Like, yeah, you might for a little bit, but like, look at Gina Carano. Like she bounced back. She's doing good. And there's a lot of people in Hollywood that I think are very scared to make that leap. But I mean, if you don't do it, eventually they're going to cancel you for something. Because to me, that's like an abusive relationship. If you feel like you can't say anything about the industry you work for, that's pretty telling.
You're like a hostage.
Yeah.
And it sucks to be in that position. I mean, it's easy for me to sit there and go, yeah, risk your job. It's cool. But like, how good is your job if you can't say how you feel about just like basic shit and you're going to get fired? That sounds miserable. That sounds fucking like almost like slavery. Like, do you really need it that bad? I mean, there's so many other options now than Hollywood. And Hollywood, quite frankly, I think it's kind of a dying model at this point. Was I talking to you, Garrett, about like this could be, there should be a renaissance. Every time Hollywood gets too corporate and shitty, there's a renaissance. There's usually some independent film renaissance, or on the opposite side, the blockbusters, like, the 70s was a renaissance. We're not getting one now, and we're way overdue. So maybe it's not going to happen. We might need to consider that now.
Or it's happening somewhere else.
Or it's happening somewhere else in video games, or just in us entertaining each other. Time will tell, honestly. But everything Hollywood is failing right now.
With a lot of people that have that kind of like, I'm afraid to lose my job if I speak up about it. I'm assuming that they're believing that the only place to get the job that you want is in Hollywood right now under the people that are oppressing you. But that's not true. Like, the internet is a massive place full of all kinds of creativity where you could take that creativity that you have and then go make money with it online in so many different ways. So I think it's an easy way to like put yourself in a position, go like, there's nowhere else to go. So I better just keep my head down and not say anything. But like we've seen over the last 2 years with certain other issues where people did stand up and said, well, no, screw that. Sure, some people, they lose their jobs, but then they move on, they get different jobs. Or enough people in that job stood up and said no, and then they get to keep their job because the business said, oh, wait, we can't afford to lose all these people. Maybe we should make a change. So I think that's why you need to stand up and all say, I'm Spartacus, like you got to do it.
There is somebody who can, pay you, who aligns with your values, who's looking for somebody with your skills.
Exactly.
Lots of options. I'd say there's more options now. It's a little riskier because you wouldn't be connected to some major corporation. So that you would consider that less security. I would consider it more freedom, more security. Plus if it's a smaller, like now we can have entertainment that's like boutique. So the owner. So you're not like some CEO that you'll never see, and you have to like deal with like the 4th level HR dipshit. It's much better. Yeah, it's a little riskier, like benefits and stuff like that. But ultimately, like creative freedom, job freedom is worth a little extra you pay for keeping or buying your own benefits or something like that. It definitely is, if it's possible.
Did you guys hear this? That there is a LGBT crew who works at Disney who actually believe that they intentionally worked to tank Strange World so that the higher ups could justify like no longer putting LGBT characters in movies anymore.
That's what that New York Times article was stating too.
I don't know if I believe that, because the movie was just not marketed. It was like,
I tend to
they think they didn't market. They
like
said
on
they didn't
purpose.
think they marketed enough.
Disney's really bad about that sometimes.
People that make up their pronouns and their gender might often make up other stories as well. But yeah, I think that I personally think that they knew it was going to bomb really fucking hard. Yeah, that's what I think. I think they knew it.
They were like,
and so they didn't pull all of it. That's a lie, because like the last, I would say 3 weeks leading up to release, there was a fuck ton of marketing for it. All over every single Disney owned channel, whether it's ESPN, like all that. It was all over the place. So it's not like they didn't advertise it at all. I think they probably just scaled back. I think they only gave it a 30-day release window before putting on Disney Plus. Like they started doing everything they could to try to not have it lose as too much money. Do you know what I mean? But they knew it was going to flop.
Yeah, but if that was the case, they would have stopped doing this a long time ago. I mean, because pretty much everything that they have put. Look how bad the MCU has suffered through all this bullshit. Look what happened with Star Wars. If those brands can't survive it, then nothing can survive it. And so I don't buy into that. I think they made a shit product, and they're paying for it, and now they're going to continue to push this stuff out, though. I mean, what was the latest news right now is that I guess the state of Florida is gonna they're retracting the Reedy Creek deal. I don't believe that at all. That's being framed in a certain way, and I'm sure that that's Disney behind it, because like I said, Iger is going to try to shift the narrative. He's going to try to shift the narrative that he's doing something different, but he's not going to be doing anything different. He's not. He was the one that was doing it the whole time.
I know what I'm saying. Like, he has already kind of shifted the narrative. He's just a better like political fucking manipulator.
Yes, that's what he is.
He managed to in a fucking this thing he did, this meeting, this town hall. He managed to tell everybody, hey, like, gay representation is really important to us, and we're only going to do more of it in the future. We really want to focus and double down on diversity and representation, regardless of whether people give us a hard time for it. Yet the headlines coming out were Disney CEO backtracks on woke messaging because he did it. He presented it in the right way, and that's what Bob Iger's good at.
Wow.
He also said he was going to calm that, definitely the Bill situation would have probably been dealt with better with Iger, but I'm glad it wasn't dealt with better because it caused the backlash that it needed to cause. Iger would have swept it under the rug and it would have been nothing. But I think ultimately it's good. It's good that they came out and were honest about that. It's good that fucking Chapek bent the fucking knee because we saw the mask came off because Chapek was just fucking clumsy about it, whether he had good intentions or not. So it woke a lot of fucking parents up, and it made a huge difference in elections. I mean, huge fucking difference. That coupled with CRT, and more people started paying attention to their local school board elections, there were some massive changes, and that's where that needs to happen. We need to start caring about those small local elections because that's where the power gets seated. That's where shit gets taken over.
I think Chapek at Disney, though, was a great example, especially with that whole Bill thing, was a great example of the difference in handling things. Because he didn't want to do it. He's like, no, we don't have a position. And like you say, he bent the knee, but then he came out and basically said that our staff hold us to ransom. It's all about them. We realize how important they are. Everything that we do revolves around them. And that gives them unlimited power. Now, even if you want to make a decision, change things, you can't. And they know it, and they know they have the power. Compare that to someone like Elon Musk that just goes, oh, you're fired then. I can replace you whenever I want. That means that now anyone left in that company, if he says something, they're going to take him seriously because they know he means business. And I think this matters with a lot of it. It's a case of people came in and they used your own principles against you. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to be a horrible person. And now no one wants to speak out because they know they're going to get called that kind of thing. And so you really have two options. Either people get better at arguing and manage to put their points in a way which is still acceptable within the kind of window which is allowed speech and fight back that way, or you need people to realize that you either do this or you go bankrupt, and you have to take the Elon Musk route of just not caring, because otherwise, if you care about the media, if you care about the reception and like the PR that you'll have, there's still people going, Twitter is burning to the ground. Well, their users just go up. And so the one narrative doesn't match the other one, and you're going to have to stop caring about one group of people. It's either going to be the media and sort of the perception of what reality is, or you care about actually making money. So I'm, as much as Iger made mistakes, he was a money man, and I'll always go towards a money man because at the end of the day, they have to give you what you want, and that means they have to listen.
Well, to that point and to the Twitter point, I mean, and then going back to what we were talking about earlier with the Hollywood people, the people in Hollywood that are tired of this bullshit are the people that actually do matter from a talent standpoint. It's the people that aren't any good make all the noise though, and that's why they won't let them speak. So Twitter was another example of that. All the people that didn't matter at Twitter made all the noise and created the narrative, but they were wholly irrelevant to the survival of Twitter. And that's what we found out. Elon fired almost all of them. What was it, 80-90% of the staff? He's fired them. And guess what? Has anyone seen any major issues with Twitter? No, because the people that were there that were controlling the narrative, the people that you couldn't talk about, those people didn't really matter. It's the same thing in Hollywood. The people that are actually talented, that actually can do shit, they're the ones sitting there. A lot of the people behind the scenes, they're tired of all this stuff, but they are scared to speak up because it comes down to who's actually leading. And there's not one sole leader in Hollywood like now Twitter has. And so, like, look at Twitter. It's a whole different world now. Like, when you go on there and talk and have conversations, it feels different now. It feels completely different. Whereas that's because you had one single person that's now opened up the idea and expose the idea that the people that were there that were controlling the narrative didn't really matter. And that's kind of how life is in general. The people that actually make all this noise are lazy, they're irrelevant, they're not talented, they're not skilled, but they make a victim narrative around everything.
Now, have you noticed, I think as time goes on, what kind of effect it may have is on the other tech companies, and I think that's what they're mainly worried about, because Elon's opening up so much other stuff. You maybe possibly you'll see some positive changes out of fear. Well, I see a bunch of surveys coming up on my YouTube thing that I ignore
every single time. No, thank you.
Yeah,
gonna give you more information.
According to Tim Pool, that I heard on a quartering video, that like YouTube is trying to get YouTube creators to advocate for what was it, Ryan? It was the Section 230. Is that the one that they're protected?
Section 230. Apparently YouTube's really worried the government's going to take action on it.
Yep.
Wow.
They should
because it's safe harbor protection, and so even though it's an American law, I have to obey by that kind of stuff because American law basically sets the rules for the internet for the rest of the world. And so you get to a position where if you lose 230, your website dies because there's no way you can actually take responsibility for every single person that uploads to your platform when they're uploading that amount of data.
And if they had just been worried, they should be worried.
They should have not done anything.
So they shouldn't have, like, you know what? Yeah, there's going to be bad things on here. People are bad. There's going to be bad. If they're really fucking bad, sure, take them down. But we're talking political. You took out political opponents on YouTube. You colluded with others, tech companies, to get rid of people. For Alex, when Alex got taken down, he shouldn't have been taken down. Shouldn't have. He should still be on YouTube. Still believe that, whether you like him or not. And it's up to you. You don't have to subscribe. What did Dave Chappelle say? You clicked on my face. Okay, that's the whole point of it. So yeah, this whole the paradigm shift that's going on, hopefully something good comes of it. But it's definitely happening. Like, you brought up money, Disparu. Another thing I heard is there's no money anymore in Hollywood. It's gone. It's fucking dried up. So you behind the scenes right now, like, tons of projects are getting canceled. They just haven't been announced. Most of them won't be. They just won't ever happen. But like, I talked to somebody again, and they said, yeah, over 30 projects at one studio have been canceled. 30 projects. So I would have loved to have it had been like, hey, we're doing something wrong here. We're dividing our country. We're focusing on identity politics and the wrong kind of representation. Maybe we should fix things. No, it's just we're all fucking broke now and we can't afford this shit. So that's where both sides are going to kind of get on them for it, and they should. They should, because we knew this was going to happen. It wasn't going to be good times forever. There's always an economic downturn. That's good, and it's got fast forwarded with the Creepy Joe. So thanks, Joe. Maybe if we survive, well, it'll be better. I don't know.
Make good shit and people will pay for it. It's really not that hard.
It's not rocket that complicated. Science.
It's not.
I mean, Gothix, you were talking, you were on Unapologetic talking about representation. I thought you had a lot of very good things to say about that, and how, like, Hollywood's very dumb approach to it.
Yeah.
It's simplistic.
Representation in general is a dumb approach. But personally, I can't relate growing up looking at the TV and being like, why aren't there any brown girls? Because like if you're looking at the world through a racial lens anyway, like something's wrong. And I think that Hollywood doing that, like I said, it's just to sort of reinforce this narrative that you should look at everything through the lens of identity and think as a collective. And so, yeah, I'm not going to watch movies like that because usually they suck because they skimp out on the writing. The acting's terrible because all they care about is just black woman, whatever other boxes they want to put there. Yeah, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. And I mean, we've seen, I hate that we have to point shit like this out, but it's just, it shows the nonsensical world we're in. X-Men had diversity. Yeah. X-Men was the most diverse thing, and none of us thought about it like that back in the day. We just saw like really cool stuff, really cool characters. Everybody had their favorite character. And now all of us that grew up on stuff like X-Men are being told, you guys are just upset when you see a strong black woman in a prominent role. We're like, what?
No.
What are you talking about?
Storm's fucking one of the most badass characters in X-Men.
If you have to tell the audience that you're a strong black woman, you're probably a very weak black woman.
Yes. Yes. And that was the beauty of X-Men, whether it was the comics or the animated series or whatever. It was like these were just cool characters that were there for a reason to benefit the story, and you could connect to various amount of characters within the story, and it didn't matter. It like the first episode of X-Men animated series centered around Jubilee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, that's how they set the tone. So it wasn't like it was Wolverine just being Wolverine all through it. You know what I mean? Like it's so so for us to hear stuff like this, it's just very frustrating. And then that kind of carries into the Star Wars thing where you're like, oh, you guys are just upset because it's got women in it for the first time. Like never,
it's easy to pull that wool over the people's eyes because they're doing it to young people. Like back to the 20-year-old thing. I'm 20 years old and nothing ever happened before I was born. Like,
they're hearing for the first time. They think they're breaking new ground.
Every single time. There's like, oh, the first gay teenage black woman character on the new whatever Disney show is. Like it's happened before. Get over it. Move on. Like that's where we find actual acceptance and actual equality is when we get past all this bullshit and stop bringing it up and just make movies and have characters and move the fuck on.
But I don't think that's... Go ahead, Disparu.
Even that, what you it's kind of a defensive position that you're arguing, oh, well, we don't need this. And they just keep coming at you and going, yes, we do. We need this because of this, this, and this. And then you argue against their points. So you're always going to be reacting to whatever they say. And I think a better way is, like, think about why they do it in the first place. The guy that recently spoke about Mario, what was his actual complaint? Well, it was that I'm not in the movie. It was like, I want to be the guy that plays Mario. You're letting someone else do it. And because he's not me, because he's not me, that's wrong. The only reason he engaged in that ideology is because he wanted a job, he wanted money. And you get that with everyone. Whenever you get down to all this stuff, it's like, well, I want more positions made for this group. Okay, why? Well, I'm a member of it, and that's something that gives me more opportunity to get work. Everything comes down to a selfish interest, and it's all out for themselves. Whereas everyone else just wants, I want the best person for the job. I don't care whether it's me, you, someone else, someone from Timbuktu. I do not care. As long as the best person gets that role and we get the best product out the door, that's going to make the most money. That's what businesses should care about. And instead, what you've got is a load of people who moralize about basically engaging in their own self-interest to the point where you get people who would never have made it based on merit because they would have hired someone else, and you end up with a weaker project. And I think with all of this kind of stuff, rather than debating about whether this is like, from a defensive point of view, arguing their points, it's like, no, you're basically a bad person, and this is why. It's you engage on the reasons why they are saying it in the first place, and present a better way of doing things.
I think it comes off viscerally as ungrateful. You see these people, you know, that's the way I see it anyway. I see a bunch of people pretending for a living in this luxury industry that's highly specialized, talking about how they need to break up systems and change everything, and there's not enough justice. It's like, bro, you're like like I was at the Empire Strips Back, and like the host made a fucking woke statement. It's like, bro, you are hosting a fucking Star Wars burlesque show. I mean, it's not a bad gig.
Settle down.
I'm a little fucking grateful, bro.
Yeah, it's wild. I do have something to show. Speaking of the best person for the job, Epic Verse Studios from Josiah Rises and Epic Mike and a few others. Geeks and Gamers is connected to this. You've seen some stuff with Ryan, and we've got a teaser. This is the first ever time that this has been shown right here. This is a poster for an upcoming project. More details on Epic Verse on Twitter and all their social media, but check this one out right here. Check that out. Look at Drunk 3PO.
Wow.
Dang, bro.
Successor. Look at that. Now that is something I want to see right there. What'd you say, Gary?
I don't want to say. Could you zoom in on the picture a little bit to the face? I just want to.
Is he wearing Google Glass?
I was gonna say, like, did he get a spray tan or something? Like, what's going on there?
That's what I'm thinking about the suit. Like,
Drunk
that is a
3PO is
well-built
going to be
suit,
a
that's just
awesome.
He's going to be a badass. So it's got a cyberpunk look to
Yeah.
it. So we'll see, but more details. So shout out to Epic Verse. You see the Geeks and Gamers logo there, the Epic Verse logo, and I'm looking forward to it. So I was just showing this today. So shout out to the Epic Verse and to Drunk 3PO.
And this is just a film?
Yeah, they're doing a lot of small, like, short films.
that explains all the TikToks I saw of him, which were just, I'm over here and it's snowing and cold and freezing and I hate everything. I was like, this is awesome.
He's gonna play this
I'm gonna
badass.
die.
TikToks are gonna be all, it's cold outside.
To be fair, even Josiah, I guess, even said it's really effing cold. And
Did he wear
Josiah,
shoes?
So
Did he wear shoes?
I think he actually wore shoes, so
shit.
it was probably that
He
cold.
didn't bring.
Yeah.
It was
That's really
it was
cold.
Brought like a
Damn.
I was in the
hoodie
same
and had no winter clothes.
I was in the same area of the country when he was there. That's why I made my video where I just had like a hoodie and shorts on when I got to Indiana, and it was like 20 degrees or something. So it wasn't like crazy cold, but I'm sure it was cold for anybody from Florida.
Well, I know we've got a
love
lot of
Drunk
plushie
3PO.
stuff going on, but I do have to promote the Drunk 3PO Canadian Bear plushie as well. We got about another week or two left over on 221B Tactical. So you can go get the Canadian Bear plushie, and it also has an ass crack on it right there.
Yeah.
So
That bear can be on the top of your tree.
I encourage all users to do whatever you want with that ass right there when you purchase this plushie. I want to see some very inappropriate.
221B scanned Drunk 3PO's ass for that.
Yeah, there's some pimples on there and everything. So, but yeah, check that out, guys. 221B. So yeah, good stuff all the way around, man. It's really exciting with everything Josiah is doing and a lot of the stuff that we're doing with Geeks and Gamers. And I'm excited. We're trying our best. It's not easy to produce short films and TV and potentially get into movies. I mean, this is massive money involved, but we're getting there. We appreciate your support. So I don't know what Jay's gonna be a badass, I bet, in that show. Go ahead, Gary.
In the chat said that my thing is crapping on Drunk 3PO. I crap on all these guys. It's indiscriminate.
That's what we do.
Shit.
That's what,
on each other.
The moment we start complimenting each other.
Yeah.
Like, remember that night in John Bartolo's studio where Ryan was drunk and he started complimenting me? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
paging Dr. Buckets.
It was really awkward. So we don't like complimenting. Friends don't sit around and compliment each other. They roast each other. They make fun of each other. That's what we do. And that's just what it's all about. So yeah. So Gary making fun of Jay is that's what Gary does. That's what
term
we all
of
do.
endearment for me. Okay.
Have you seen the Geeks and Gamers Clips channel? That's literally all it is a big meme of Jay. It's pretty much all we do over there is meme Jay.
Right.
So Jay made it to Friday Night Tights. Congratulations, Jay. You made it to Friday Night Tights.
Yeah. So Maybe he can
Promoting the movie, the plushie. I'm wearing his fucking merch.
The amount
What
of
do you
times I'm in
want,
his Twitch
Jay?
channel, and it's like, apparently I got mentioned on Friday Night Tights again.
There'll be
You
a
know,
tweet
he's
in
the-
like 2 minutes.
He's the only person that's ever made me feel guilty for like something I've done to him. Like in Among Us, I can kill anyone, but there's something about the way Drunk
Oh.
like frames it all, which just makes me feel guilty because I got voted out twice. He's like, everyone's always against me. I don't even get to play. And I'm like, it doesn't even bother me at all. But there's something about the way he delivers it. It's gold.
So,
He's
I
good
went
at
to
it.
I actually went to go see a movie with Drunk 3PO last night.
Violent Night.
We did, yeah. I want to show you the first 5 seconds of this. This
You
is
did-
the same.
Yeah.
This is the same theater actually that me and Jeremy took the infamous Wakanda Forever video. But, so I decided to go with a little more representation this time.
All right, we just got out of the movie. Bye.
They made me go to this thing. I just knew it was like a
What is that?
like violent movie. It's definitely
Where did you
violent.
get that?
No, go back to when Ryan first just showed up. Look at the look on his face. As soon as he turns to the camera, pause it. Go ahead.
All right, we just got out of the movie.
Oh no.
Yeah. What happened to Gary? What's going on over there?
I think he passed out. You killed
Gary
him.
fall out of his chair.
I just got bored. I just got.
Oh.
Wow! Hey! Oh my god!
Haircuts. Willow's gay. What did I miss? What else did I miss? What did I miss, everybody? All right.
Everybody's gay. Yeah.
Chris sounds like he
Sword
got.
over there.
Chris sounds like he got fucking hammered last night. He was yelling at a bar. That's what he sounds like.
You do? Oh, can we read this?
I didn't.
I know you're sorry. You're in the middle.
I didn't give anything to you. So
Oh shit! I get page 2 on this too. Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay.
for a minute, do you think Gary shit his pants? It doesn't smell like anything. It smells normal.
No.
It
He
smells
did
normal.
lean over. I didn't know what was going on.
He's normally just.
He told me he might do this, and I didn't believe him. Right. So I'm ready to fucking scream at somebody. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! I don't care if it was a cup or anything. Show
Can't
what's
sneak
going
up
on,
on
right?
an ex kind of like that, man. Like it's not a safe thing to do.
I don't want to interrupt too much. I'm headed down to LA Comic Con. I'm going to see you there later.
See you there.
See you
Anything you
there
want to plug?
tomorrow?
Anything you want to plug?
Film threat.
My channel, and then a panel tomorrow. Gary's going to be on it. Why 99% of movies today are garbage. It's at LA Comic Con, and technically the most diverse panel.
Yes,
it is.
It is.
It is. I'm on the panel. Verbal Riot, Dante James, Gary's on it. Paulie from Latino Slant. That Star Wars girl's on the panel. Alan Ng. Literally, you have Asian representation, Latino, white,
Gay representation.
Gay representation. We got it all. All right, I'm gonna run. I'm headed downtown.
Later, brother.
Gary.
See
Also,
you
by
later.
the way, Wednesday we go to like 4 bars in a row. Boom, and we'll go to the Empire Strips Back Burlesque. This guy survived.
I
I
did.
took care of him. I took care of him. And
Carry him. What are you talking about?
I love you, man.
Ask him about Jumbo's Clown Room. Ask him about Jumbo's Clown Room. All right, I'm just gonna leave that one here.
All right.
That one here.
Wow.
You don't have to Google. You can Google it or do whatever.
I will. No, we'll talk about this. Thanks,
Jumbo's
dude.
clown room.
What is that?
Flowers.
Great show. Love you all. Later.
Bye.
Hi, Chris.
If I'm watching FNT for the first time,
Crazy,
I'm
man.
convinced that Gary and that guy are fucking. If that's the first time I'm watching this
Oh,
show.
look at the cute married couple. Look at it.
Gary didn't even open the door. He was just in there.
He just had a key.
Oh, I muted the mic because, dude, the pounding on the door. It was like boom, boom, boom. What the fuck is that? Oh shit! Am I being too loud? Did I get swatted? What the fuck?
Is Chris a little tipsy there?
Schmammered.
Pretty
Yeah.
fired up. He was pretty
Okay.
fired up.
This is a fire guy. Like that's how he rolls, like all the time. That's Chris.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he is loving
That's right,
life.
he is like
Life is
that.
good
Good.
in Chris's world, but he was quarter black Garrett fucked up on Wednesday night. Okay,
Oh.
I hope he hears that because by the end he's like, I'm getting tired, guys. He's in the bathroom. Yeah, so it was a good time. But what he just handed me, sorry to interrupt your thing there, Ryan.
Oh,
Violent Night. I'm like a shill. Oh shit. I don't have. Oh yeah, I do. It's right here.
Bad chill.
Oh, bad shill. I'm a bad shill. They gave me goodies. So Violent Night, 10 out of 10. Everybody is an absolute triumph. No, but they gave me like a headless cookie.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cute.
The movie's dog shit, but
the movie's like,
it?
yeah, but it's supposed to be dog shit. Like that's
yeah. It's like, yeah, the dialogue is the worst thing
bad.
ever, and
Parent.
it's like they know it's bad, but it just doesn't come off as funny to me. You know what I mean?
The kills were funny. There was a couple like, dude, when Santa is like stitching himself up and he takes his fucking shirt off and he's all tatted down in fucking snowflakes. That was funny. That was fucking funny. And then the final kill. Does anybody care if I spoil this movie?
John, so this is the only work John Leguizamo could get, mind you.
Yeah. John Leguizamo dies by chimney at the end, and it's fucking glorious. I loved it. So, but like, yeah, it's like I wouldn't pay full price for this movie. I would not. Like, if you're seeing it on cable and you want to see Santa,
go and watch it with other people. Like, do not go to this movie by yourself or something.
No. This is like this is you're right. I agree with it. What you said.
If there's people there that you can laugh with and make fun of it with, it's fun. But the movie itself's dog shit.
Yeah.
But
The parents,
Violent Night.
The parents in it, like the worst fucking actors. The kid was a better actor than all the adults, which was sad because she wasn't like spectacular or anything. But
the first characters you get introduced to, it's just like, hey, Hollywood casting. It's like beta cuck white male gets in the car with his black wife, and they have a biracial child, and it was just like immediately all introduced, and you're just like, this is Hollywood.
I feel represented.
Funny.
The rated R Home Alone thing, booby traps were good.
Cool.
Too. That was good. That was really good.
Is this a bad movie that still is fun to watch? Like, I mean, by all Home Alone 1 and 2. Home Alone 1 and 2 are some of my favorite movies ever. They're not good movies. There's so many plot holes and ridiculous moments that don't make sense if you're looking at it from that perspective. But it's a fun Christmas movie that has heart, which I love it more than anything. So is this movie, does it have that feel where there's a lot of dumb stuff, clumsy stuff, but it still got this heart to it?
Timing is off on it. Like, it's like they needed a funny editor. It's 10 minutes too long and way too much setup at the beginning.
The whole thing is supposed to be really fucking funny, and it's not. You know what I mean? Like, it has that energy to it when I was watching it. That the people that make this thought that it was really fucking funny, and then nobody laughed.
Does it take like laugh breaks in the movie?
No, I mean, like the best, like it stays violent at the end. I mean, it's all leading up to the end where Santa Claus has a fucking warhammer and he just starts killing the shit out of people. Bashing their heads in, and it's like they're bad deaths. Like some guys get like sucked into a wood chipper, and it's like it gets pretty violent.
We'll establish Home Alone 1 and 2 are GOAT for Christmas movies. Jingle All the Way, Santa Claus 1, and Muppets Christmas Carol. Muppets Christmas Carol, the definitive Christmas Carol. End of discussion.
Agreed.
Are you rating Home Alone 2 that high just because of Trump?
I love Home Alone 2.
You don't mention Christmas Vacation or Scrooge. Get the
Die Hard.
I like
What's
Christmas
up with
Vacation
this?
too.
Die Hard, Batman Returns.
Or Love
Batman
Actually.
Returns? Yeah.
Love Actually. Thank you, Chrissy Mayer. I watch it every fucking Christmas. Hell yeah, my one gay rom-com that I like. Super gay, and I love it.
Other than Bros.
Home Alone 2 is awesome, but
Gremlins,
Trump
that's a
being
good
in it
one.
just makes it even more awesome.
You want to test to see if Jeremy and Ryan watched my last video? Do you want to test it? Did you guys see your
I haven't
parents
seen
in
your
it?
last video.
Your last
I
video
heard about
is
it though.
Woke
I know
Hollywood
about
is-
it.
Woke
Big
Hollywood's
friends.
dying or whatever, and I saw that it got like 300,000 views in 20 hours, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my god!
I know what. I know about the appearance. Yeah, it's the pic. Yes, I know about the appearance. So
that was very
That's pretty cute.
yeah.
When he put that in there, I was laughing my
Yes,
busted.
I saw
laughing.
people, and Gary's the quarterback at this point. He gets way too much credit. Okay, bullshit. Somebody tagged on. Look, Gary put Ryan and Jeremy, and as soon as I saw somebody tagged us on that, I was like, Gary didn't do shit. That was Perry Chan. Perry Chan did that.
I'll take full credit. Perry's like, fuck you. No,
Very damn good.
Perry's a savage. That was such a good. He did such a good job on that video. That intro is oof.
Yeah.
Was it Love
Very
Actually?
awesome.
You said was your sort of your gay rom com?
Yeah, I love it. I love that movie.
Yeah. Did you see the
So good.
recent that this week there was massive drama over in the UK about that movie?
No, why?
Why?
A TV show tried to cancel it. I could send you the tweet. Like Jeremy Vine did a whole thing about it.
Oh
like
yeah,
the 5 reasons why
no.
we need to cancel this movie and it can never be shown again.
I bookmarked that so I could react to it.
Okay, that movie is like, for one, uber British for the time. Like, and
yes, well, that's the problem.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest ratios ever.
England in 2003. And now they're like, this is a problem now because that's not the same anymore. And so we've got to like completely disregard the movie and make new movies to replace that one. That's the entire theme behind that sort of the problem. And they started insulting the characters. And just
what would they call it? Actually, Love Actually.
Well, the correct one. Probably.
He's got the link. Disparu dropped the link in the private chat, but this guy got ratioed beyond belief. I mean, it's bad. There was like 6,000 comments to like 300 likes on the video.
Yeah, all the red flags.
Oh boy.
Oh, let me explain to you why this is such a red flag.
We don't have any audio.
Oh, I didn't turn it on.
It's carol singers.
That's how white this film is. That's the first thing.
That's
the first red flag you could
you're
say.
white,
As we said,
idiot.
red flag number one, why is nearly everyone white? We do mention, of course, Chiwetel Ejiofor as Peter. The trouble with this character is his best friend is a truly ghastly person. This is red flag number 2.
See,
now, this guy is the one who is basically in love with Keira Knightley, who's married to him. And we have to ask this question, which is he clearly a stalker, right? And yet we're supposed to think it's interesting. It's sort of somehow, I don't know, exciting or sympathetic, this behavior.
And this has like gone down as a cultural.
It's carol singers.
There was even people like MPs and stuff were trying to imitate this as an advertisement.
So sweet.
You notice how Keira Knightley has she talks. She has to expose all her teeth when she talks
every time.
Yeah, she's like, carol singers.
I don't mind.
I bypass the compressor. She got that Ray look. The bypass the compressor.
She does kind of look like Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
Daisy really kind of looks like a.
It's like Daisy Ridley's hotter sister.
Yeah. I was gonna say the sister that doesn't have downs, but yeah.
That is fucking stupid, and I doubt that went over well in the UK. They'd love that movie.
Well, exactly. Yeah. This is the issue. You're coming after things that people love, and you're like, no, you can't love these anymore. You've got to love the things that we create now. Times have changed, and whenever you come back to it, the argument is times have changed. You've got to move on with the times. Everything in the future is better than everything that ever came before you. It's like, no, the things existed for a reason. We like that stuff for a reason. They're just desperate to remove any kind of legacy.
The bottom line of all this like cultural subversion, and there's the word subversion. It all stems back to fucking Marxism. It really does. There's this. Thank you, Gothix. I saw your last video, and that was a really good one, by the way. You need to watch it as soon as you're done with this live stream. But that's where it stems from. These are Marxist beliefs. Whether the people pushing them know it or not doesn't really fucking matter at this point. To deny its existence is just to be in denial. Like, I've got something right here.
Read it.
Right here.
Read it.
Let's read it.
Read it.
Let's read. I did not get this from Chris Gore. Actually, he didn't. He got it from somebody. This is from the Writers Guild of America. Okay, this is from the Writers Guild of America.
We're not bringing it up, right? We're not bringing up the picture. Or should I bring a picture up?
Well, I mean, I've got it in my hand. Bring up don't bring up our Discord, because you'll just see how much how badly
I got the
okay. There's this amazing thing on the internet. You can actually save the image.
Yeah, you can take it out of the Discord.
Hold it up to the camera, Jeremy.
Like Kanye West taking a picture of the computer screen.
Say it's inside the computer.
So we can get the first picture, and then we can go I'll just read it off. We'll keep the first picture off, and if I'll go to the following pages. Okay.
Let me bring it up.
So the person who got this, I talked to the person, and people don't want to get kicked out of the WGA, which I understand. So they printed it out just to be super paranoid about it, which I appreciate. I appreciate that kind of paranoia. Did I buy you?
Most of the people that a lot of the weirdos that hate us or worship agree with us privately. So that's just the reality of it. So there's a lot of people in Hollywood that agree with us.
Odin's here. I see him in the background. He's got this.
Find it. Where is it?
How's it going, everybody?
Look at all this bisexual lighting, by the way.
I like that lighting, Odin.
Thank you. It's purple
yeah.
for Advent. So.
Oh, okay.
Is purple an advent color?
It
Sorry,
almost
it
looks
is.
like
Sorry
you're
to
in the
call you-
same room
Wow.
as Jeremy.
Sorry to call your
Yeah.
ad.
It is kind of similar to purple.
Jeremy thought you said
Purple, huh?
AdSense.
I'm gonna join this purple crew.
No, the whole time y'all were talking about the film Love Actually, all I could think of was, oh yeah, just like how they've canceled Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh, I know, right?
They haven't started to cancel that one yet, have they?
They tried.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They tried.
Like
Every year they try to
single
cancel
year.
Well, let's put the picture back up.
Wait.
Let's go over this nonsense. Okay, so for
Maybe
anybody,
just a half a drink more. Sorry.
roofie more. If it was roofie, then okay, I'd have a problem. It's just a drink. So, to all the people who say there is no agenda, don't be so conspiratorial. Well, here's a little smoking gun for you from the Writers Guild of America. Queer Eye for comic books, LGBTQ plus voices on IP adaptions for film and TV from September 14th, 2022, 7 p.m. This was going to be a Zoom meeting. If anybody out there recorded it, please send it to me, and I'll be eternally grateful.
That would be great.
It would be very great. It would do the world some good. About this event, this panel will bring together LGBTQ plus writers and film/television executives to discuss the process of adapting comic book IP for film and television, with the focus on breathing life into queer characters, either those already queer, all right, that's fine, on the page, or reinterpreting legacy characters in a new queer light.
Wow.
Notice the framing there. It's assumed that not only is this a good thing, but it will be done and is happening. Like, everything is done from the position that this is just right, we're doing it, and anyone that argues against this will be wrong. So it's essentially a struggle session. Anyone who disagrees will never, ever dare speak out about it.
Wow.
This
It's modernizing. They don't think of it as identity politics.
No. And this should surprise no one. I mean, it's everything we've been telling you is going on, because you don't get as many things in films over the course of years that we've gotten without there being a clear agenda in mind. And it's not just isolated to this. It's not. And that's why we're hypersensitive to everything. It's why when I saw the Super Mario trailer, which again, I'm very excited for that movie, but when I saw how they were treating Peach, it's just like, I think I have PTSD at this point from Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like, I can't enjoy any fucking thing if I think you're going to ruin something. And but this is going on, and it's been going on for a long time. And this is why we continue to hold them accountable, because we're at a point now where you have to prove to us that it's not what we've been seeing. We don't have to be excited for anything. We don't have to support anything. This whole wait till you see it. No, fuck that. Wait till I don't see it. That's the whole thing. Wait till I don't see the thing that you have done to ruin every single piece of entertainment that we've gotten up to this point.
It's your job to sell us. We're the audience.
It's marketing 101. Make people want to go see it. It was interesting is it mentions about how, basically reappropriating characters, re-envisioning characters. And I think it ultimately comes down to, I think they get more money from people who click on like videos and articles talking about how they're going to do that versus when they actually do it. Like, look at the box office for Bros. I'm pretty sure more money was made on people just freaking out about announcing like characters of much bigger IPs versus the actual film itself.
Easily.
Yep.
Easily. I'm kind of going over this. Please continue. Sorry.
You have to think about the impact that it has for a character, because you can't go, well, it's not a small change, because you're having an entire event simply for this reason. So you think it's important, you think it's a massive change, you value this kind of, and if you value it, then it must have some kind of impact. And so in that case, you want to reinterpret legacy characters in a new light, which means you're now changing that person in a significant way that you value. So it's no longer the original person. Because if it was a minor change that didn't really make any difference, then you wouldn't need to have an entire event about it. The fact that you are putting so much weight in this means that you will change this character to the point where it's no longer the original thing. And that's why people care about it. They want what they loved all along. Make something new, make an original character, no one will really care. It's the fact that you're coming for IPs and characters that people already love. Like Willow. You wanted to come and you you didn't just make new characters and do a new story. You actually came for the classic characters as well, and that's kind of the problem.
It is. And the problem of identity, like this whole thing is identity politics. So there's a Middle Eastern Writers Committee meeting. There is an LGBTQ plus writers meeting. There's a Native American Indigenous Writers Committee meeting. There is an Asian American Writers Committee meeting. There is a Latinx. How you like that?
Wow.
Writers Committee.
So is that going to be all just white liberal women? Because
probably.
it doesn't seem to care about that.
All squares
Committee
are
of
be
Black
Karens.
Writers meeting. So they're all segregated
Wow.
in different meetings.
Imagine if you were like you're in a reservation, you grow up your whole life, and you're like, I'm a Native American. I'd love to write a story. I have this crazy story. It has nothing to do with all like being a Native American in reservations. You go to Hollywood. You get there. You're like, I'm gonna write a movie. You get to this meeting, and they're like, okay, go to your Native American room and talk about Native Americans on reservations, and that's all you could talk about. Okay, next. Okay, you're a black guy. You can only talk about inner city police brutality and go to that room over there. Like, it's the most racist shit that these non-racists do. Just let people write movies.
Yep.
And imagine how that must
It's
feel.
so silly.
Like,
It's
you worked your
self-imposed
entire-
segregation.
Well, yeah, but you worked your entire life to get to Hollywood. They actually give you a place in it. They give you a position. They give you these roles. And you're like so pleased that you've actually managed to get to where you want to be. And then you find out actually wasn't for your talent at all. It was because they want you for a panel, something like this.
You're a
pet. That's got to... the impact that will have on your psyche, your happiness, and your like self-confidence. It's like, I thought I'd made it, and it turns out they just want me for something as basic as this. And you even saw that they write this into their own shows. She-Hulk got her like wonderful position in a lawyer's office, and her first day was ruined because she realized I only got hired because I was She-Hulk, and it made her feel horrible. Like, you pitch this as a great thing, and actually even the people that you do it for realize this is horrible and don't like it, and it's making me feel sad. And the only reason they're going along with it is because they want the money. You're bribing people to be basically attacked. It's a disgusting practice.
Is it a bad time to mention that I only hired X-Ray Girl for her math skills?
It's really good though.
Might not That's not why I thought you hired it.
Yeah, that's why I don't talk much.
It wasn't for her feet. No, that was
It was like the cherry on top.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if anyone's read The Naked Communist in here.
No, but I need to.
All right. So you mentioned about like Marxism, and I wanted to read you 3 things from this book. I always recommend this to people that are trying to understand why does society look like shit. And basically, The Naked Communist, it outlines 45 rules for a communist takeover. And I'm going to read you just the summary of 3 rules, and then it kind of help articulate what all of this is. So rule number 21 is gain control of key positions in radio, TV, and motion pictures. Rule number 23 is control art critics and directors. Our plan is to promote ugliness, repulsive, meaningless art. So think of like how Rotten Tomatoes, all of the reviews are magically positive. And then to the slide that you put up, the little photo of that pamphlet, this one might upset some people, but rule number 26 is present homosexuality, degeneracy, and promiscuity as normal, natural, and healthy. And if you take like all of the roles combined, all of the rules combined in this book, essentially what they're trying to do is just break down the nuclear family, because if you can break that down, then you have a broken community, which is easier to control. And if people are always getting their morality and their standards from movies, it kind of all makes sense.
Amen. Absolutely. And it's what leads to the downfall of all societies is when you see this tremendous drop in moral principles. That's when all societies typically fall.
Wow.
So this book, was it out 1958?
Yes.
This is the same book?
Yes.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yes.
Because I was like, this must be something new. No.
It's almost like their game plan has not changed for decades and decades and decades.
Right?
Look at Yuri Bezmenov that interview he gave. It's all the similar tenets for how to break down societies.
Right, and it's small incremental shifts, because they couldn't have done this overnight because people would notice. But like an easy point of reference is if you just go back and listen to music from like the 1940s and you listen to lyrics back then compared to the mainstream music that we have today, it's all degenerate. That happened over time. It's just small incremental shifts to get us to where we are now, where you just promote all this nonsense and people don't pay attention to it.
It's the frog in the boiling pot. You just slowly turn up that heat.
Exactly.
Desensitization.
I am buying that book right now.
Yeah, and they are
Yeah, what's it called?
The Naked
Communist.
Naked Communist.
Is it at all connected to
It's
Rules
not a
for
picture
Radicals?
book, Chrissy. Just so you know.
Because it sounds
No pictures? No
It
pictures
sounds-
at all?
it sounds somewhat similar to like the Rules for Radicals as well, where it's like this very by the numbers, like trying to explain things.
So, yeah. So this is more of like exposing what these Marxists are doing, and Rules for Radicals is essentially the playbook for all of these Marxists. And it's interestingly enough, if you look into communism, you'll see that like with the Western civilization, it's founded on Judeo-Christian values, and the Rules for Radical book, the guy that wrote it, he dedicated that book to Lucifer.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Wow.
As the first radical.
Not hiding it at all.
Well,
No.
and I highly recommend like Razor Fist's Hollywood Was Always Red, and you know one of the things he points out is yes, Hollywood very successfully convinced a lot of people that the whole commie scare was just it was bullshit, and it wasn't. It turns out they were always red, and what there was in Hollywood before was there was a counterculture to that. There were people fighting it within Hollywood, but they have slowly and systematically lost power. They're just gone now. They're just gone, and now we're getting this full blown, it's full blown DEI. It's Marxist, and it's bullshit, and it's killing our culture. And ultimately, that's what the activists want. And what's dumb is the greedy, selfish, short-sighted narcissists running Hollywood are ensuring their own demise. You know, you think they would have some self-preservation, but they don't, because they see the immediate reward of a virtue signal. Because ego is the currency in Hollywood, especially when it's just so many rich people. They have to have an alternate currency, and it's power and ego, and it gets pretty fucking sick, to be honest with you. And again, that hasn't changed. But it's not something we can just say, oh, fuck it, we got to walk away. We can't. That's what brought us here. Black pilling brought us here. Not doing anything about it brought us here. Not saying anything about it brought us here. And if we continue to do it, then we'll lose. We'll lose our culture, and then eventually our country. So yeah, it's kind of important.
It's not just
about the stuff.
It's not just Hollywood either, though. If you think about social media, like it's all driven off attention. It's all ego, essentially. Likes, retweets, comments is literally just people post things specifically. And one of the reasons that people post things which are either one way or the other is because it gets more likes and retweets, and then they get rewarded for it, and so they do it more and more extreme, and that just encourages on. And even the basis of society, you get down to the point where everything is deemed to be about kind of power dynamics. Who has the most power? Like, it used to be pretty normal that one of the ways that people would meet like their future wife or husband would be at work. But now this has been kind of done that you can't just do not date at work, because people will start talking about the power dynamics of, well, is he your boss? Is he someone higher than you in a company? And so now it's just everyone just stays away from it. And I've always thought one of the reasons that you find, like if you take Willow, the prince in that, you would not consider him to be a masculine character at all. He's just put in that kind of position. But it's because if he was actually acting like a man, they think that's a power dynamic. They think that's an oppressive, masculine kind of dynamic on the rest of everything else. And so they reduce one side because that makes him weaker, and then they make the other side more masculine because they think that's what power is. Every single relationship is deemed to be between an exchange of who is more powerful and who can oppress the other one. And as long as you come at these things from a position of who is oppressing someone, you'll always end up talking about power rather than what things used to be based on, which was family. It was the interrelational people, and I will do this because it's good for me, it's good for you, it's good for society, and if we all get together and do things that we may not want to do them, but they will improve all of us together. If I improve myself day by day, in the future, I'll contribute more. And everyone used to help each other. Nobody wants
and
to
what
do
you're-
that now because everything's based off.
And what you're talking about,
self-interest and power.
Disparu, it's actually inherently sexist because it actually puts male power above female power.
Yes.
It's like you're actually different, but equal. But the system is like, oh yeah, let's promote these women who are acting like men and make men weaker.
Because it led to different conclusions. But if you come from the point that everyone should end up at the same place, then you have to make everyone the same, rather than thinking that it's like different, have different strengths, so we'll naturally end up in different positions.
But they're doing it so half-assed. You know, Eric brings this up all the time. When it comes to tokenism, you're automatically saying that the established character is the white established character, and the fact that you have to give Captain America hand-me-downs or Miles Morales hand-me-downs from Spider-Man, in of itself is inherently racist. And that's a conversation a lot of people are just not ready to have. And it depends on, you know, like Eric saying it probably means a lot more than me saying it, but like it's still a fact. It's still a fact. And that's the soft bigotry of low expectations, and there's a soft sexism of low expectations as well.
And it accomplishes two things. If you delegitimize female power, it also helps with breaking up the family, because what do you need for a strong family is like a strong mom. You need that female energy present.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's talk about some trail. I'm going to read a couple super chats, and we'll talk about some trailers. We'll do some Hollywood. I don't know about Transformers. Maybe we'll get to that. But I heard some people hate it. I like it's fucking Transformers.
Actually, I'm kind of. I looked at it and I go, Transformers. But it kind of just looks like a traditional, like, stupid explosion Transformers-y movie. So I'm like,
It's a sequel to Bumblebee, by the way.
Kind of going back to being okay
I
with that.
love the Bumblebee.
Does it have the same writer as Bumblebee?
No, but it has some. Well, I talked to somebody who saw a test screening, so there's a connection.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, writer of Bumblebee, same writer of Birds of Prey, same person who's writing the upcoming was it The Flash? Yeah.
Bumblebee was awesome. Odin's wrong.
No, it was overrated. And
Odin just doesn't like when female representation is in his robot movies.
Oh yeah, because I was totally against Alita Battle Angel.
Yes.
Yes,
everybody knows it.
No,
everybody knows it.
Are you kidding me?
Roll with the joke.
You just
I can pull up the receipts of the number of
Odin,
copies
roll
I
with the
bought to
joke.
give away to people because I thought it was so good.
Oh wait, you gave it away?
I gave away copies of that
People
movie.
wanted to pay for it because it had a woman in it.
Oh my goodness gracious! I hate you so much. Also, since you're bringing it up, do you still think that Mario's going to make $1 billion?
100%.
All right, like you guys got to bet now. You got to bet. Somebody's got to like shave something.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Jeremy's got to shave his head, and Odin's got to shave his beard.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'll make the bet.
Isn't Jeremy already bald?
Yeah, I'm already
He
bald.
can't wear his hat while it's shaved, though.
He doesn't have any eyebrows. That is kind of weird.
You gotta grow your eyebrows back if you
Oh my
lose.
god, can I dye your eyebrows?
That's why
I
people
have-
say it looks
yeah.
like Matt Smith, because Matt Smith doesn't have any eyebrows.
I do have eyebrows though. I just have light. It's light. You just can't
Oh,
see 'em.
you're a light person? Is that what you're saying?
Pinch it.
I have light hair, just like it's
Racism.
just like the
Odin
facial hair
can't
here
troll.
doesn't show up, so he really can't. He really can't.
Yeah, just say I'll forgive you, Jeremy. That's the best thing you can do.
I'm 100% convinced Mario is going to make $1 billion. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, you'll be wrong, and it'll be hilarious. So.
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't you even admit recently? I thought this was going to make $1 billion, and it didn't. I thought this was
Should we
making $1
watch
billion,
the
but it
Mario
didn't.
trailer?
Well,
Is
that's
that what
the
you're trying to say?
MCU. I mean, the MCU is a dying, it's in decline. But I mean, Nintendo is not in decline in any way, shape, or form.
The secret of YouTube is make bold predictions, and if you're wrong, you can just say I was wrong.
I was wrong.
That's true. Or just predict 18 different things about the same movie, and then eventually you can say that you were
can
right.
say, I was right. Yeah. 100% of all people die. So eventually we're all going to be dead and right.
That's 70% true. Yeah.
5 picoseconds for 50 Canadian pesos. I'm not going to do too much of the applause because it sounds like shit through fucking StreamYards. Get your audio fucking figured out. I'm going to have to go somewhere else. I think I found the other place too, by the way. I got to talk to you guys about it.
Oh, cool.
Visited a friend in Cali the past week. Bad news is we went to Cali. Oh, you went to Disneyland. How dare you? So I ended up giving them money. Good news is I was able to try some of the authentic Wakanda purple drink to support my favorite black YouTubers, such as Ryan Kinnell. Oh,
Right.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate your support. That allowed me to get that Egyptian headdress at Universal Studios. So I really appreciate it. I looked very diverse.
You did. You totally looked Egyptian, dude. Like, could have just confused you with the pharaoh.
I mean, I've seen those recreations of Cleopatra. Didn't look too far off.
Yeah, she's Greek.
Yeah, pretty close.
She was Greek, and she was
Macedonian.
Macedonian.
She was evil.
Macedonian.
She was terrible. She tried to kill her own sister.
Yeah, pretty messed up.
They didn't kill her own brother, right? Yeah.
Yeah, women.
A lot of that shit during that time period.
Not
If
another
only
guy.
women ran the world.
Gifted
did you know the
25
stats on that?
Nerdrotic memberships for $125. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'll be home next week. Okay, so I'll be back in my studio with my plastic pals. I'm a little lonely, gotta admit, but sorry it's echoey. And I guess, is the connection okay?
You
Is that
sound
all right?
fine.
Cool. Knockout Nerd for $50 says, not my first FNT, but my first super chat. Oh, be gentle. Yes, I'm a nerd who married another nerd. With our powers combined, we can craft. Am I in the right one? I felt like I read this one already.
No, yeah. So this was an email that the second one didn't go through very well, and yeah.
Okay.
So this is
Okay, because I'm
this
like,
is with the second
whoa,
part.
this
Yeah.
is like the worst acid flashback of all time, or I could have sworn I read the super chat before. Holy shit! They turned-
Technically, you did the first half.
Okay. So here we go. Not my first super chat, not my first FNT, but my first super chat. I am a nerd who married another nerd. With our powers combined, we can craft nerd items we would have liked to have been gifted. My husband does custom Lego kits. That's brilliant.
Nice.
And I'm very proud of him. Wow. He locked it down. Well done, dude. Would appreciate a shout out to our shop at knockoutnerd.com. So it's knockoutnerd.com, and it's custom nerd stuff, which is kind of the best, really. Hail to the FNT team, and hail to the fellowship, and hail to you, Knockout Nerd. So it's knockoutnerd.com. Go check it out.
Gonna have to check out some of those custom Legos.
I gotta shill our plushies. I'll do that in a little bit.
Link in the description.
Link in the description.
Boom.
Logan, oh boy, my son.
Oh, here we
for
go.
$50 on the Streamline side says, "Hey, Dad, I keep meeting these girls with baggage. I found one who is feminine, friendly, smart, and genuinely loves me. Small problem: her husband fucking hates me."
That's a bummer, bro.
Oh, no.
Could be a problem.
Any advice? I'll have to see you later. I'm pulling buckshot out of my upper thigh. Hail Friday night.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
Tragic.
I have no advice for that at all. Keep trying, son. Keep trying. So proud of you. WG has gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for $50. Thank you very much. Gabriel Knight. By the way, WG, great guy. Florida. He's all about it. I would love to hear his backstory someday. He's got it.
WG's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe someday he'll tell us. Gabriel Knight for $49.99. The Indy 5 trailer. Oh, there's a good transition. Wait. Transition. Oh my God. Indy 5 trailer confirms the rumors. Time travel. Indy dies, is replaced by Lando's glory friend. It says glory friend.
Glorified.
I was kicked out of 3 high schools for a reason.
Glory friend.
Glory friend.
It's a friend with some glory, you know.
A glorified blow-up doll, which is the same thing, really.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
To heed Indy's advice to Marion and not take this movie, otherwise all our faces will metaphorically melt off. There is only 3 Indiana Jones films. I like that. There's very little chance that this thing is going to be good, especially if they kill him at the end. I don't know if that's going to happen. time traveling.
Yeah, I was
chapter.
gonna say it certainly the trailer certainly doesn't confirm all those things.
No, it confirms time travel, and that's all.
Yeah. We'll see. I think it's the worst thing you could possibly imagine is probably pretty close to what we're gonna get for this movie. Like these, as soon as this movie like started production, we saw 4chan, Reddit just full of leaks on all this stuff, the time travel, everything, the pictures they got from set, like all this stuff. So it looks like a disaster.
I have
Lucasfilm,
zero
so-
interest in this, man.
Yeah.
I don't even have interest to fucking talk about this piece of shit. That's how bad it's gotten with the pretty much anything from Lucasfilm. But yeah, I mean, I've seen, and again, you're 100% free to feel how you want about it. I've seen a lot of people. I hope they do something with this, and I'm like, Lucasfilm.
Yep.
So
Yeah, they have
We
not.
know what we're gonna get.
I know like a bunch of people are saying Andor is good, and that's great.
Don't care.
I don't think something is good that is that badly paced. I mean that's a normal bad situation, but it's still bad.
It's got production value, but it's boring as hell.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
a cracker
great.
in the desert.
Yeah, I can look at still pictures like Ralph McQuarrie art. I don't need to like.
Well, when it's about the most boring character that they've developed in this capacity, it's kind of bound to happen.
My name is Juan Solo. So Lito for 5 Canadian pesos says PSA Gothix is to be addressed as Granny Gothix. Thank you,
No.
Lovely Granny.
It's endearing.
Bablito said that.
All right. You're on my list,
Granny?
Bablito.
Yeah.
I don't identify as a granny.
Yeah. You're
Is that
way
like
too-
Papa Gundam?
Way
Papa
too
Gundam.
young. for
Granny
that, yeah.
Gothix.
Oh, it's not
Okay.
Granny
All
Gothix.
right.
Shit, like some of my friends are old enough to be grandparents now, though. That's reality hitting. That is-
You're old enough to be one.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, she's getting quite old.
Some of my,
there.
some of my
It's my
friends
friends,
are
okay?
old enough to
My
be
friends,
grandparents.
It's just my friends. Not
I
me.
haven't become one yet. All right.
You're old enough.
That you're aware of.
I mean, that's one of the things that's changing, though. I think the average age of marriage in the UK is 31. And so if you go that and then you have kids after you get married...
Dude, that's a
you're older than
small
you should
window,
be.
bro. That is
Yeah.
a
Oh,
small
absolutely.
window.
And it's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to meet people in the UK. You're dodging migrants with butter knives and stuff.
Yeah.
It's dangerous dating world out there.
Well, also, I mean, it's only last couple months that
Unless
people
you're
were
looking
let
for a migrant.
outside without any restrictions, right?
Yeah.
All my favorite nerds with my favorite black face of white supremacy Gothics in one place. God bless you, terribly toxic people. Love you all, especially Ryan. Says Lord Bibby 42 for $10.
Thanks, Lord Bibby.
Thanks, Lord Bibby. Right up there with Larry Elder. Larry Elder. The black face of white supremacy, according to the LA Times.
That was such a beautiful
That
article.
is the dumbest fucking headline of all time. That has to be,
was.
like, the
Had
most
to be written.
That went
retarded.
past the
Go
editor's
through an
desk, and he was
editor.
like,
yeah.
"Print it."
No,
It's
well,
genius.
This isn't my favorite.
Looks
but
fine.
my favorite hypocrisy exposed is the white woman wearing the gorilla mask. Who attacked her.
Oh
Yes.
God, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Clown world.
The most frustrating thing is our opposing forces are so
clown
retarded,
world?
but there's just so many of them. It's an uphill battle to fight that much retardation. It really is. Disparu, thousands of years? No, I think you mean many hundreds of years for what we now call the British Isles. Please don't give the dumb arses any armo. P.S. I'm half Welsh and ammo. Sorry, did I say armo? What the fuck?
I agree, but one of my principles is like, there are things which are such minor mistakes where you know that if anyone even brings them up, you kind of know they're not actually being honest. It's quite nice to have things that people will attack, which is kind of bait. And it's like, this is so obvious and simple, and I don't care about it. But the fact that people always go for the lowest hanging fruit, it's kind of nice just to have something that attracts attention. It's why, yeah, it's not been thousands of years. But if anyone uses that as the main critique, it means that they can't critique your actual point. They do not have a reason to actually of why you're wrong, and they're just like throwing out kind of random ammunition.
That's why there's typos in all of my tweets.
I think it's nice to have filters in life. Even the ones which are accidental are also, I think, still useful. Worry about the 80% which is actually significant. Well, isn't it? It's 20%, 28, like 80-20 rule. 20% of your stuff is actually the main kind of driving force. I think you don't have to be perfect.
No. God, no. Thank God. Whew. That's the best thing about YouTube. You can be like kind of a fuck up and still do YouTube. So,
Hey, real quick update. So around 75 minutes ago, Elon Musk said in 40 minutes, he's going to be live tweeting about the Hunter Biden laptop. So there's a lot of speculation that where's Elon? Is he okay?
No.
Well, guess what else is being asked?
So
where's Hillary?
Yeah. Well,
that's a good question.
Safe room with the phone.
Hey, Doey points out something very cool. For $4.99, full reunion from Chrissy's Frost episode. Gothix, Chris Gore were both on that week.
Oh man,
I remember that.
Yes, and every time she says something, I do post that song. Every time she says something dumb, and it ratios the shit out of her, which is great. I just love it. That's one of the better moments. That the frostbite, the binging,
yep,
the Filoniing. By the way, we didn't even mention why Az isn't here. That was pretty fucked up. I should have probably done that at the beginning.
Wait.
I was kind of wondering.
He caught monkeypox from Dave Filoni?
He did. No, he's been streaming so much that no, he's his brother. He's hanging out with his brother. So he'll be back next week.
He'll be back. We miss him so much.
I know.
Oh yeah. All the interrupting that's not happening right now. I love you. Jorgen Jorgensen for 5 Canadian pesos says, great points, Gothix. I mean, that's what they did when America versus Russia were playing social engineering all over the world.
Guys, I have a clip. I'm sorry, I was just pulling an Az. Sorry.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Right in the middle of Gary's like $100 super chat.
I know. He's like, I got breaking news. It's a meme of me.
Met someone.
It's a meme of me. It's pretty fucking funny.
I always loved his. So I met a woman this week. Anything about new gold is about to follow.
Shit. So what he was saying, what Jorgensen was saying at the end of that was, I came from those countries. Basically, like, yeah, I've been part of it. I've seen it happen. And how many times have we heard that from, Cubans, right, who came here,
yeah,
or Russians who have come here and said, like, no, like, you guys are fucking being so dumb right now because this is the same shit that happened in our country.
And then they try to discredit him.
Yeah.
They got communism's never been tried. Okay.
Yeah, I hate that argument. Socialism's never been tried for reals. That's why it always fails.
China now.
This is the problem: is that if you also infiltrate the education system and then you convince people that you're not going to make anything out of your future unless you go to college, the people that have a degree can say, "I know better than this survivor of communism." Because I went to school for it.
And I'm 20 years old.
That sounds like every white woman in California, to be honest with you. I know better than all of you because I watch The View and I took little Dakota to soccer every day. All right. And I drink box wine.
I will say, being in a high school in the South, it's always refreshing to hear students who know clearly that they're not academics and are very open about like how they're going to trade school, how they're going to try to take over their father's business and stuff like that. It's a lot more common, and it's always great to hear. And I always love being like, yes,
that's good. That means they're going to get a real job and make real money.
Exactly.
Have a real skill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Morrigan for $50. Thank you. Says, hail Friday Night Tights. Unsurprised they colonized Willow just like everything else. The California colonizers and SJW imperialists do nothing but invade, appropriate, and colonize everything from comics to African culture and blend it up into a gray one world goo.
Yeah, that's what we need to start doing is calling them colonizers because that's exactly what they are.
Well, it's all projection, right?
Yeah.
It's all projection. All right, so what's our first trailer, Garrett?
Let's see. Okay, we've got Indy 5.
Okay,
let's get it over
What do you
with.
think, X-Ray?
Over with, yeah.
You just tell me which one. I'll
Indy 5,
pull it
let's
up.
go.
Fucking rip the Band-Aid off.
It just looks so old too. There's just so much.
It's sad, bro.
Yeah.
I don't mind how old he is.
Dude,
Do
look
I
how
have
he
to
walks too.
pause?
He's like fucking limping. Yeah, you gotta pause it occasionally.
Okay, I gotta pause. Okay.
Make him run.
Do you have to pause the Lucasfilm one?
I miss the desert.
No, maybe.
Like, look at him, man.
Yeah, he looks old.
That was
I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us.
With the Nazis.
Kanye, like what?
Those days have come and gone. Perhaps not.
Or perhaps.
Oh, you remember?
I don't believe in
Yeah,
magic.
I remember.
Pause it right there.
Pause.
I don't believe in magic. I mean, come on. Has anyone watched the previous 3 movies?
Except for Wrath of
That
God.
went up too. I was like, red flag. What are you talking about, bro? Like, a bunch of people's faces got melted off.
Kali Ma. I mean, that is
Kali
fucking
Ma,
magic, dude.
like, yeah.
Yeah, but
The
that's
Ark?
It's got some
The
Force
Ark of the
Awakens
Covenant?
vibes.
I mean, come
It's got Force Awakens vibes in terms of the trailer.
Yeah,
well,
I heard that
it's
too.
got the fucking piano hit for it. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, I agree. It's kind of stupid. I don't believe in magic after everything he's been through. Like, but at the same time, it's almost like he feels that way about every fucking adventure he's had. Like, he doesn't think there's any fucking way that the Grail's really gonna work. You know what I mean? He really doesn't. Even with all the stuff he's seen before.
Back. I mean,
you know what I mean? Well, I know, but like he'd seen a lot of shit before that. You know what I mean? And Kali Ma was before that. So I don't know. Like I think that maybe Indy's theory is there's other ways to explain it or some bullshit.
Aliens.
But I agree. It's a stupid fucking line.
It is stupid.
But even if you thought like it was just extreme science, maybe it came from outer space or something like that, and there was all a really legitimate, logical reason for it all. Wouldn't that make you more curious? You wouldn't just be like, well, that's in my past, I don't really care about it. You'd want to investigate even more and probably dedicate your life to finding out what on earth
You
any of
literally
this
saw
was.
the Ark of the Covenant melt Nazis. I mean, come on.
Yep.
Yeah, this would affect the rest of your life, not just, I can just leave that behind. I don't care about it more.
Yeah.
Hit play.
In my life,
No!
I've seen things.
That was a very CGI thing.
Things I can't explain.
Antonio Banderas.
And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe.
Oh, that was awful.
That looks terrible.
That was bad.
It's how hard you believe it.
I paused it right there again. It's not what you believe it, how hard you believe in it.
Hard you
Bro, what?
Yeah.
We're gonna will it into existence.
He's a professor.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? And why are they using Disneyfied
Yeah, seriously.
Indiana Jones music and not
Because
like
it's
proper?
Disney-fied.
It's fucking empty platitude nonsense.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Is it
Word
that?
salad.
Trailer speak.
If you keep believing in yourself, then you'll be a star.
Yeah.
Just believe.
If I believe hard enough, I can melt off people's faces.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what
because it's not magic. It's not magic.
It's not
Believe hard. That should be the. That should be.
But it's from people that think that you need to agree with everything that they say, and they don't care whether you actually agree with them, as long as you actually pretend
Believe
to.
it.
Just go along with it. It's literally if we all believe in this certain kind of thing, then it'll just pop into existence.
Yeah.
And
It's like that
the
nobody
message
really
you get out.
dies line. It's
Yeah.
just as empty and stupid.
This will begin to set things
Nobody's
right.
truly gone, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the CG. L337.
Grandpa Jones.
Ish.
Who is this man? I'm her godfather.
I did kind of like this part.
Oh, I know.
Although they already would have.
The problem is nobody aims down. They decide to shoot empty fucking wall at that point. Nobody goes, oh wait, he's on the table. Let's shoot there.
He's on the floor. Let me just point down a little bit.
I will just keep pointing my gun exactly where it was before.
It's like, that reminds me a little bit of that's a fucking Indiana Jones.
I got you.
Exactly.
There's bits of it in there that are good.
That's all that it is.
Remember?
There's a giant stone rolling. Remember?
It's to trick you into this like nice warm spot where you go, oh, Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones. Look, he's got guns and whips and stuff. Oh, and there's a car chase. Yeah. And then you watch it, and they destroy Indiana Jones like they did to Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and every other fucking story. Not gonna get me this time.
The big takeaway is Phoebe Waller-Bridge barely having a line in this trailer.
That is pretty funny.
Well, that's kind of what they do, right? You know,
Yep.
she's not in the trailer that much because she's throughout the entire film.
De-emphasized in the trailer.
Because
so you're saying they should have put her throughout the entire trailer?
No, it's like Doctor Strange, I think, did something similar where she wasn't, you know, the real leads in the movie weren't really as prominent as in the film itself. With like America Chavez, for instance, she was there, but she wasn't as big as in the movie. Where it was like,
they're selling you on the Indiana Jones aspect of it.
Exactly.
And then they come in here, and then it's Phoebe Waller-Bridge leading around an old man throughout time. That sounds fantastic. Can't wait.
Who thinks that they're going to kill both versions of Indiana Jones in this film by the end?
Who believes it? I believe it. I would not be surprised at this point.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Not be surprised, no.
That would be fucking stupid.
I don't know.
I feel like Harrison Ford
though.
wants his character to die. You know, he wanted Han Solo to die. I don't know if he wants Indy to die.
He killed Deckard, didn't he?
We're at a point where Indy needs to die because they can't make it. How long did it take him to produce this movie? Like 7 years.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He ain't getting
it went through
Harrison
different
Ford
iterations.
movie.
Steven Spielberg completely bailed the project. You know, like I know Jonathan Kasdan originally wrote a lot of the script. I don't know how much is left of that. But...
Either which way, we're getting a diverse female replacement of him at this point.
Yeah, and the only reason Jonathan Kasdan's getting any fucking work is because of his dad. It's fucking nepotism.
I saw someone in the chat bringing up the Millennium Falcon moment. I mean, we all saw it. I didn't think it was as on the nose as a lot of people. It's there. There's similarities. You know what I mean, for that shot. I didn't think it was as on the nose as a lot of people have tried to say. But
Lucasfilm for 10 years and they fucking suck. I think that's pretty objective truth right now.
Yeah. I think overall, like if you took away everything else that we know about Lucasfilm, about everything, I think the trailer's fine. You know, I think if we hadn't had 10 or a fucking entire decade of garbage Star Wars from Disney and everything that Lucasfilm touches turns to shit, I think people would be like ready to get out there and give it a chance. You know what I mean? You feel the John Williams music and all that stuff, but. Obviously, with everything we know about this movie, with the inclusion of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, with the leaks that have been out for forever about the movie, I just don't think that.
I still think there's a portion of the audience that would look at it and say, "Man, he's old. He shouldn't be doing this." They would be saying, "Really, another one?" I think that even without any of the stuff that we know about Disney, they would just still have that sense of, "Oh, okay, I don't know if I'm ready for this."
No, and I agree with Odin because when I watched the films, there was something so like I love the action scenes and seeing him do his own stunts, and even just that portion of him on the horse that looks so fake.
Yeah,
because it is.
And you're also coming from the frame of references. You just watched these for like the first time within the last 6 months.
Yeah, and it was so good because they don't have shaky cam.
But to be a fucking American.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's not around the country until amount of
That's how she
films.
got to Florida. She had to watch all the indie movies.
I had to watch it in order to pass the border.
And then you rate them. Which one's the best?
So the dial of Destiny is a fucking dumb name. That is
terrible.
Super bad.
Alliteration doesn't work great with D's. You know what I mean? The Dial of Destiny. Ugh.
The DOD, Indiana Jones DOD.
More like Indiana Jones DOA.
About the DOA.
Does anyone know what happened to Short Round?
He got fat.
Probably put in a tournament camp.
No. He was just in Everything Everywhere All at Once and did a great job in it.
Great job in it, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Bring Short Round back, did they?
Yeah.
They met
It's
each
actually
other
a good
at Disney.
He was diversity.
At like the latest like Disney Expo or whatever. I swear there was like picture behind the scenes of him and Short Round.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like there's like that actor or whatever had like he had interviews or whatever. He's like, he looked at me, he's like, "Are you short round?" or some shit like that.
So I think he stepped away from acting for a while and then just only recently came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Alamo City Comic Con a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Short round.
Data.
Data.
The thing with me and Indiana Jones is, you talk about Star Wars. For me, I don't want to see this because of the last movie. The last movie sucked, so I'm not interested in this one, especially with such a huge gap. And I've tried to find the name of it. It's coming up with a 1992
You don't
series.
like
That's
swinging
not the one.
through the trees
They've
with
already
monkeys?
done. They've already done like young Indiana Jones, of like how he was.
Yeah,
created in
that
the first
series
place.
was great.
And that was actually good.
Oh, I couldn't stand that. I didn't like
Really?
it.
You didn't like it? I thought it was
No.
great.
It was fun.
No.
Harrison Ford was in one.
You don't like fun, Disparu.
Yeah, well, he's British.
Clearly,
British.
I mean, I'm British. That's probably true, to be honest. It's like anything that's too good. It's like no.
Hey, like, would anything be fun to you if all of your fucking food was bangers and mash? And
Oh yeah.
crackers?
You don't know what fun is.
If you're gonna use English food, at least use like Sunday roast or full English breakfast. Those are the two. That
Oh,
we know.
You would say that because like there a
Fish and
huge
chips.
percent of the
Breakfast.
audience here at Nerdrotic is from the UK, so I love you guys. I'm just kidding.
I don't think. I think it's time travel. Certainly, with what we've seen. Is there any way that it's not, and it's a series of extensive flashbacks? Maybe.
I doubt it.
I don't know. I hear the name Dial. I'm thinking time.
Yeah.
Me too.
Mhm.
Like it's probably a sundial.
Isn't
I
there a
think about
line in
it.
the thing though where he's like, "Oh, those times are behind me"? It's like, well, actually, no, they're not. So
Actually,
it
they're
doesn't
right
sound
now.
like a flashback from that. It's like, no, you can get this time back.
Was it cool seeing Sala? Yeah, but he's probably only in that scene. And
Probably.
yeah, and Phoebe Waller. Like, what about his son? Why are there so many brunette women in every fucking Lucasfilm project? Did you see the lead of the Alkalite is a fucking brunette British woman? It's the same shit over and over again.
The
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen
I like.
Kennedy.
Okay,
Yeah,
like,
where the redhead?
The alcoholic light. The alcoholic light.
I need some Alka-Seltzer.
Who's the showrunner again, Jeremy, for that show?
That would be Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, the same personal assistant that stood by while Harvey Weinstein was abusing all types of women in the industry. Just not to say anything, but now she's all for women empowerment and women representation. So that's her name. I'm not even gonna say her real name because her name is Harvey
Leslie
Weinstein. Yeah.
Headland.
Leslie watched all those C-list actors give headland.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Too ugly to be assaulted. Headland.
Yeah, I guess some people got really mad that I put laughing Harvey Weinstein in my thumbnail of that
that was
video
hilarious.
talking about the She Said movie that was a box office bomb. Like Harvey Weinstein, like, is a fucking disgusting piece of shit. But that's Hollywood, and a lot of these people who spoke out about it now are trying to be all fucking holy and now knew exactly what was going on. They knew about it for years. They didn't give a shit. And now they're the ones that are being laughed at by Harvey Weinstein while he's in a jail cell because their movie flopped. His lawyer's like, Harvey knows what it takes to have a box office hit, and he knows that people don't want this. It was so fucking funny.
He roasted the movie from prison. What a dick. My
Imagine the
God.
balls on that dude.
Well, they're
Well, I
Jennifer
don't want
Lawrence,
to. They're
man.
probably all deformed and like.
Gavin Newsom's wife can describe him too.
But yeah, people are like, you realize this is a positive thumbnail featuring Harvey Weinstein? You support Harvey Weinstein? It's like, holy shit, man.
People's arguments are hilarious on the internet. They really are.
They are. Oh, that's a fun. I liked your. I remember your video, Gothix, of you talking about kind of monetizing your haters and how the haters like drive your channel.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good video. I like
It's
that.
just, to me, it's just very logical. You know, I'm sure you guys get a lot of haters too that just are obsessed with you. And it's like, well, you're kind of helping, you know, the person you hate. So why are you doing it?
Yep.
I mean, keep it up.
They love you.
Yes, please keep it up.
I feel bad for them though, honestly. Like it's just, I don't know. Like I think of all the productive things they could do throughout their day instead of stalking a random stranger on the internet.
Or maybe just take a counterpoint. That's what we always try to do. It's like, okay, well, you disagree with us so much. Like, do what we do with a counterpoint.
Yeah.
See how it runs.
Have a point.
Or have
Try
one.
that.
Yeah.
Your point is that you're stupid. That's the point.
You're a big dum-dum, and I wish you weren't in front of me right now. Why do you keep watching the videos, dude?
You don't like the movie I liked. I hate you, and you need to die. That's what I get a lot. Hail Friday Night Tights crew. Just wanted to send you some money your way and shout out my cousin-in-law's independent film, Let Me Sleep. They just released the first trailer last week and are hoping to get it picked up to cover the cost. So it's called Let Me Sleep. Is it independent? You guys need to watch Film Threat, you independent filmmakers. And thank you, Wolf Furry 501 for $50. Not judging here. It's okay. I got to, oh, dude, I can't. Gothix is here. I got to be classy today.
Why?
I can't show off the magazine I got, the Star Wars.
Empire Strips Back.
To hell with Chrissy and X-Ray Girl.
Yeah.
I made this clear before the show. I said they aren't women, they're one of us.
They're nastier than me. Okay, I'll show it off. Like, hang on. Let me get one more. Daniel Zamansky for 150 shekels. What's up, my man? Say what you will about Kanye, but after the events of this week, you can no longer deny that he is, in fact, a gay fish.
Yes.
He likes fish sticks.
He likes fish sticks. He likes to push. He likes to push or put fish sticks in his mouth. He loves doing that. That is the most legendary South Park.
It is. And it's now become more relevant than ever.
Quarter Black, have you seen that one?
No.
Oh my God!
I need to see that one too.
Oh, he gets so mad about it. He was like legit in real life mad about that episode too. I love fish sticks. I love putting fish sticks in my mouth. So good.
And he gets gaslit by the end to think he's actually a gay fish.
Motherfucking gay fish.
Matt and Trey are awesome.
It's like someone gaslit him into thinking he was part of a tribe of Israel. It's weird.
Yeah.
So Chris Gore took me to The Empire Strips Back, which is put on by the guy you guys might. He did the Batman book. He made this custom Batman in the 30s. I don't know if you remember this book or not, but if you're a Batman fan, you probably have it. And it's just this. It's this faux docu book about it's got photo shoots. The costumes look great. It's like a 30s version of the Joker, 30s version of Batman and Robin, and the whole story of Batman in the 30s. So he put together this book. It's a limited run, and it's not part of DC or anything. He just does it as a fan. So he also puts on this Empire Strips Back, but he also has some pretty interesting merch. And one of those interesting items of merchandise, there's two. I can't show the cover of one because there's a little bit of nudity on it. But it's called Wookiee Erotica.
Oh no.
And it's a Playboy. It is a full-on Playboy from the 70s done in Star Wars style. I mean, right down to like a fake commercial, fake ads, real ads, fake articles. I can't even let's see if I can.
Yeah, you can't open it. You showed me earlier. You can't.
I showed you earlier. Yeah, I can.
Okay, so is the human nude or is the Wookiee nude?
Hey.
Like how?
Well, Wookiee's always nude.
It's all. It's whatever you want.
Are they posing? Who's posing?
I'm looking at a nude sand person right now.
We finally get to see what's under there.
A nude Lobot, a nude Jedi, a nude Luke Skywalker as a girl.
Oh.
All kinds of weirdness.
Dude, listen, Jedi or Sith be a great fucking way because they can completely control all of their like body functions and everything. So you could just keep blood flowing through certain areas. Like you can do that shit as a Jedi.
Oh, I can show this picture. This was the poster, so I can show this picture.
Oh, I saw you tweet that one. I didn't know that.
I can show that picture, but that's like the safest one. And then the rest, I can't really show that. I don't even want to get these near the screen. But yeah, so the
Gary
whole
turns his camera off. He's like, "I'll be back."
I'll be back.
Well, I would have it 38 seconds, but no, it's really fucking well done though. Like the detail on that is insane. So he's doing a Superman book too, But if you guys want to, like, I'll show you the Batman book in a little while. It's fucking
There's
great.
a whole
You can
YouTube
get
channel based on that Batman in the 30s.
Yeah,
it's
you can
really
get
cool.
the book on the website right now. I think it's in its 3rd volume, or he could do like with. It's kind of like doing prints at Comic-Con. You know, George Lucas used to be the coolest dude when it came to like fans doing fan films or selling. If as long as it was a limited run and it didn't go over a certain amount, he didn't fuck with you. You could make your own Star Wars merchandise. Those days are gone, by the way. You can do that with Star Trek too. Those days are gone when the corporate entities take over. They ruin all the fucking fun. But yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, it was fun. It was a good time. We had a good time. It was hilarious. We had 40 people there, which was nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were all like really drunk, except for me and Polly. Well, we had a couple of we have some members of the Fellowship show up, and they weren't drinking either. So, homeboy from Vista, what's up? Ron, Roland, the wretched, for $100. This is in 2 parts. No better way to start my weekend than with Friday Night Tights. Glad we have some proper British representation on the show. Welcome back, Disparu, that's for sure. And his lesbian haircut. Hi, Az. Oh wait, he's not here. And since Hollywood is watching, I hope you all go broke for going woke. Well,
I thought that was going a very different direction.
I just swerved.
I bought my ticket for Chrissy's show in San Diego on February 25th. By the way, that's turning into, because I'm returning to San Diego. So I'll be there. Chris Gore will be there. We're going to be, it might turn into like a little meetup or something. Oh, and we're doing something else that I have to talk to you about, Chrissy. Because we need, no.
What?
I don't know why that came
escalated quickly.
That went a different direction than I thought.
No,
there wouldn't be too much discussion around that. It's an automatic check in the box. So.
Oh.
But yeah, we'll talk about it, Chrissy.
But yeah, you said
shit. And if you show up, Gary, the pizza time is on me. I'll be there. All right. Looking forward to seeing her live. Hail Friday Night Tights. Hail the Fellowship. Hail Pineapple Pizza, by the way. Woo!
Thank you.
Gothix, what are your
I've done
views
too
on
much of that
pizza?
this week.
What are my views on what?
Pineapple pizza. Do you have any?
It's excellent.
That,
What?
oh,
No.
I thought I could trust you.
You just
You were the chosen one.
Taste buds.
Just try it, Odin. You'll like it.
yeah.
no.
No. Wow.
As
It's
if
an
he's never
abomination.
tried.
Wow.
It's an abomination. How about this? If Mario gets to $1 billion, I will on stream eat pineapple pizza.
Done. Done. Now I'm.
All right, buying extra tickets tomorrow.
He's gonna be buying 100,000 tickets.
I want Jeremy to make it.
Someone pushes it
Pull
over the edge.
Disney on this.
How
So
much
what,
do I
Gary?
How much do I
said-
Vegemite?
Oh.
What was the last
Hey,
animated
someone on
movie?
Twitter. It was a Shad challenge. Vegemite on pineapple pizza. Someone did it. So there's
Oh
a
my
viewer out there who's already done
Oh
it.
shit.
Yeah, they like
You're
it.
crazy.
Hey, Odin, how many animated movies in history have made $1 billion? I think both the Frozens did. Is that right?
Toy
That's
Story,
it.
Toy Story 3. The Minions. I think a Minions movie did.
Yeah.
Frozen 2 didn't. I don't think.
Avatar?
Frozen 1 did.
Avatar's an animated movie.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where
that
yes,
does- I
it
don't
is,
count
but they
that.
don't consider it to be one. It's so ridiculous.
Animated
I don't know
kids
off the top of
film.
my head, but I know that Strange World isn't because it's losing almost $200 million.
That's not even going to make $100 million.
No, I'm saying like it'll probably lose close to $200 million.
How much did Lightyear lose, Odin?
Let me pull up my handy.
Its budget was
dandy.
$200 million, and it made $200 million globally.
Yeah,
So,
let me pull
It's
up
fun.
my.
It's weird that a budget of something could be $200 and they lose $300 million. I don't think that's we'd
Around
have to actually break it down, but-
164 million, roughly. $164 million lost on Lightyear.
Strange World's gonna beat it for sure.
Oh yeah, Strange World's gonna be right now. It's at 253 million in the red.
Funny.
Disney.
Disney. You suck.
It's such a good holiday season so far. I'm having so much fun. They're firing their CEO in the middle of the night on a Sunday. Going back to fucking Bob Iger, which guarantees content for at least 2 more years.
Yeah.
It's just life
That's
is
how
good.
you know that they haven't learned a damn thing.
Nope.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the meantime, other companies are just cutting everything. And like, I think one of the biggest takeaways of the year is a finished movie getting canceled, like a damn near finished movie, Batgirl. That's got to be the Hollywood news of the year.
Has that ever happened before?
Not to something this big. Like, no, not even close. They've shit canned movies before and erased them, but it's not something with like tens of millions of dollars in budget that's already been spent.
Yeah,
and they
basically
decided
finished.
Throwing it into the trash was better than trying to recoup some of our costs. That's insane.
Yep.
And especially when this movie did test higher than movies they're releasing, including Aquaman 2 and when they just released Black Adam. Max Power for $49.69. Y'all forgot about Die Hard, best Christmas movie ever. I wouldn't forget about it.
Hey, I said it, buddy.
Never miss
I'll
it.
watch it this year.
You haven't seen it?
You haven't seen Die
Frozen
Hard?
two. Really?
I watched the fourth one. The fourth one, I think.
Wow.
Why would you watch the fourth one first?
Of all of the ones,
I mean, wait,
The fuck is wrong with you?
What's the fourth one?
To be fair, it's not Mark. To be fair, if you're
You
just like a
disgust
person
me.
who doesn't know what they're doing,
Oh, poor
if you're just somebody that doesn't know what you're doing, it doesn't say Die Hard 4. It says Live Free or Die Hard.
Live Free.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
could understand.
It was on TV.
But what the fuck is wrong with you?
Somebody mentioned
that's
that,
like their response. It was on TV.
was it a super chat, X-Ray Girl, that mentioned that you were created in a petri dish 4 years
Yeah,
ago? by Mark?
likely 3-4 years ago when I met Mark.
Wow.
It was like shortly before
This
then.
makes a lot of sense, actually.
Petri dish girl.
I can't believe it.
I don't even
Guys,
know how you go
I
through
worked
life and
very
not seeing
hard that I
Die
didn't have
Hard.
time to watch things. Okay.
Like you said, it was on the TV. Die Hard's on the TV every year at Christmas. Like every year.
Way more than Live Free.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't judge me.
Oh,
Oh,
we're not
it's
judging
too
you.
late for that. It's way too late
You
for that.
know where you are. We are going to
Okay, sorry.
judge you.
Go 10. Okay, let me go get my like low cut
It's
top.
too late. It's too late.
See, not on. Sorry, go on, Ryan. You're gonna say something.
Zootopia made $1 billion at the box office.
Really?
Yeah, I was just looking into it. It's not many that have.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
It's like what, seven or nine? I lost count,
Finding Dory, Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, Toy Story 3, Zootopia,
Two of the
Despicable
Minions
Me
movies.
3, Minions,
I think there's a
Frozen,
likelihood
Frozen
that
2.
Mario will in that case. If that's the, I don't think it's insane to think Mario, the franchise of Mario, produced by the same people that produced Minions, won't blow up at the box office. I think it's totally likely.
While the Nintendo Switch is on its way to becoming the biggest
Oh
seller.
my goodness!
yeah,
Just
like,
because the Switch is selling does not mean people are going to go buy movie tickets. They are completely different
Children
mediums.
are going, oh, I want look.
It's literally the
Mario."
same medium. You're pandering
No, it's
to the
not.
same
It's
type of people
going
that
to a
Nintendo
movie
panders
versus
to.
buying a system is a completely different thing.
Okay, so going to theme parks is just different than
No,
going to
you-
movies. So why
you
would
wanna know
we
why?
think
Because the
something like
people-
Toy Story would make all that money, right?
No, because the people that actually care about Mario, they'd rather be playing Mario Kart than going to see a freaking movie about it.
Children.
No, the point
Children
is
will
it's
go
got
see
the-
it.
It's got the marketability. Oh, do you think Nintendo was just a fucking video game? Like, do you understand how big Nintendo is?
I have a Nintendo Switch.
They're building a theme park in all over the world, multiple.
And that
theme
does
parks
not mean that
dedicated
their
to
movie's going to
Nintendo.
make $1 billion, especially when
single
you have
one
a
of my
Mario
kids
that
were
doesn't
like-
even sound like Mario.
Every
Come
single one
on.
of my kids said, "Is that
They're-
Mario?
Okay, first
I
of
want to
all,
go see
first
that."
of all, Chris Pratt will bring far more people to the fucking box office than Charles Martinet will.
We need a full X-ray girl.
I also think that I think Chris Pratt sounded better in this one.
Chris Pratt is going to bring people to the cinema 100%. 100%. Far more than Charles Martinet would. And plus, Charles Martinet is I love his Mario voice and everything like that, but for a 2-hour film, I don't know how good Charles
Well,
Martinet
also,
would be.
you're the one thing that you're also not considering is the post-COVID factor is that the international box office has not come close to like recovering, and a lot of kids films especially have been seeing a lot less returns on investment. So even Minions, which made $938 million, only made $500 million 550 million internationally.
568, yeah.
Yeah, 568. So that is the factor that I'm looking at. Is I don't think the box office and also parents in general, they would much rather say I'm going to wait for it to come out on streaming service versus actually going out to see it.
Chris Pratt, Nintendo, and a good movie equals $1 billion.
I think really the biggest thing in the international box office, though, Odin, I think all those numbers are being thrown off. Most of them are being thrown off by the absence of China releases for so many of these things.
Yeah. That's a part of it. Yeah.
I think that's
definitely a part of it.
Yeah.
But it's not the complete thing because, like, I know, for instance, we bring up Black Panther. The first one, I think, made about $100 million there, which is a lot, but that would not be enough at this point to have pushed the film currently on its trajectory to $1 billion. So,
I mean, obviously, China, Black Panther, like. They covered Chadwick Boseman's face for a reason. When you wrote the movie.
Well, also someone did bring up a good
performing ones when you look at the overall stuff. So
yeah. Also, someone did bring up a good point in the chat about, well, if we're going to talk about, like, you know, people who are all, you know, like big crowds and big audiences, then what? Obviously, it's this one specifically sucked, and I think that's going to be the other factor too. If this movie is mediocre or bad, which based on the trailer, who knows, then it's definitely going to be like hard to even say it's going to be even successful because look at Halo.
Well, I mean, Halo was never. Halo is not what
Halo wasn't massive.
No, not now.
It's not the same kind of.
It's not what it used to be.
But I'm just saying, like, that's talking about a massive platform that didn't do anything, mostly because it sucked.
Halo has been hurt since Halo 3. Halo has been in decline.
There is more bad Halo games than there are good Halo games.
Yeah. Halo has been
in like a decade and a half period. So.
It really comes down to whether the film's good or not. Ultimately,
what did Sonic make? I don't know. What did Sonic make?
Nowhere close to $1 billion.
That's not what I'm asking.
I think
that's
what
not what I'm
matters is
asking.
if families are willing to take their kids to it. And I think
families will. And right now, post-COVID, we're not really seeing that because the first film, the first Hedgehog, Sonic Hedgehog, made 302 worldwide. The second one made 402 worldwide.
That means Mario's got a real shot at $1 billion. You think Sonic and Mario are on the same level, bro?
What? Again,
it's not even close.
Again, if you were having Sonic in the $800 million range, you would have a point. But we're talking about $400 million being a ceiling for Sonic.
Sonic and Mario are not even remotely close to the power that Mario pulls.
And the quality
to
of the film looks like miles better.
Yeah, but you're talking about orders of magnitude. Like I don't know how much this is. I've just Googled it. Apparently, it's off Wiki, so take it what it is. But they said that the highest grossing game, like movie, is Warcraft at 439. So
yes.
You're on about more than doubling the highest ever game IP of all time. And we know that gaming is bigger than movies, so
it's gonna be
that
big.
already.
Yeah, there's just no again, is the film gonna do well? Is it gonna make money? Yes, but I think that's an excellent point too, right? It would have to double what the highest had ever done. Right. But then also, in addition to that, it would have to overcome what so many of these kids' movies and animated films have been struggling with for the last year and a half. None of them have really been able to break through in the same way that they had before.
The Minions Rise of Gru it almost hit $1 billion.
Yes.
It did pretty fucking well. When you compare that to the other ones, it's pretty similar, you know, that like some of them hit 1 billion, 1.1. So it's not like it's not like that one was crazy bad. You know?
I see somebody.
I fully believe
Mario.
I fully believe that Nintendo wants to create a Nintendo Cinematic Universe off this movie. The movie has to be good if they want that to happen. And that's going to be the ultimate factor in it. If this movie's good, it 100% has a shot at $1 billion.
I would say if it's good, then I think the opening weekend, second weekend numbers could show indication. But as of right now, just to say it's Mario, therefore it's going to make $1 billion, is just not.
Look who it is!
Look who it is!
He's armor clad.
Way! How are you guys?
Shad IRL.
What you up to, Shad?
Yeah. So sorry I couldn't join you guys for this FNT, but hey, if I could just quickly appear, wave hi. I'm coming from a medieval festival here in Victoria, which is, messed up the schedule, but had to say hi. It's actually a place called Crile Castle. You know, this was the place where I held my first real sword when I was like 6 years old. And so it's got a big kind of, nostalgia effect.
Let's see the outfit.
But hey, I just wanted Oh yeah. Do you see?
Maybe
if I get Nathan to hold it, you'll be able to see.
Yeah.
All right, I'll show you what I'm wearing.
Chrissy wants to see her cod.
I got it. So I'll just get Nathan. They want to see my whole outfit. So
Okay, I'll hold it.
Do a twirl.
So
Nathan.
I might have to unplug my phones, but.
Right, now he's got his fingers in the way.
Yeah, a little bit. There we go.
Wow, it's bigger than I imagined.
Nathan, move your fingers, Nathan.
Bro.
He's censoring him.
Oh my God. Nick.
Boomer.
Wow. He just boomered that whole.
Man, bro.
Now we got most of it, Shad.
Complete movement. You got most of it?
And Chris didn't see the cod piece, so she's a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and stretch. Yeah, I got a sword in my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, grab your sword.
Maybe if I hold it in this here. There you go.
It's sunny down there at the bottom part of the world. The toilet's flushed the wrong way.
Yeah, but hey guys, I won't take too much of your time. I just want to say, Willow was an absolute disgrace, a dumpster fire. Oh my goodness! Anyway, just
Can you answer
another
question about Willow? The gate to the shield had fortifications, and I looked at them and like, that's not holding anyone back. You can actually judge fortifications. If this is the only entrance into your impenetrable shield, and you don't even have a wall, how bad is that?
What I particularly loved is their castle gets under attack, and their strategy is, I know, let's send out the most valuable people, the entire royal family, to fight them. And then they get shocked horror that, oh no, the prince get kidnapped, but you sent him out to fight them. Oh.
The only people that didn't get one shot in that entire fight were characters that had names because they were main characters. Everyone else has got banned.
And then, right? They need to go rescue the prince. The captain of the guard goes forward. I'll go forward and protect him. They're like, no, you're too important. We can't send you. I know. We'll send the princess. The heir to the throne. We'll send her instead.
Wow. They've done such a good job commanding
it.
the guard, which couldn't even defend their own city as well. They definitely needed him there.
All right, guys. Just wanted to say hi. Hope you have a great time at Friday Night Tights.
See you, man.
Absolutely. All right.
See you, man.
I'll see you guys
You
later.
look great.
All right. Cheers.
So beautiful.
Even Shad fun for a minute. Like, Az can't come in for a minute and say hi.
Go get a turkey leg.
All right, Az. We're just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, $1 billion, really?
No. I mean, it's possible. Like, anything's possible, but
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
Odin made an
think it's
interesting point in the
possible.
private chat because he's still obviously on this. For good reason.
I'm still here. I'm here, dude.
It's a good discussion to have. He brought up Pokemon, and Pokemon is massive. And when
It
you
is.
look at, I'm looking at the highest selling Switch games of all time, Jeremy, and like Mario Kart is fucking huge. It's 50 million for Mario Kart.
Yes.
Which,
the
you know, it's a
biggest.
competitive, it's like a competitive game and stuff like that. It makes sense. Animal Crossing, 40 million units sold.
Yeah.
Then you
Odyssey's
get
at about
down-
25 million.
Yeah, and you know what's a little bit higher than that? Pokemon.
Breath of the Wild. Yeah, and Pokemon.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Sword and Shield is ahead of the single, like the standalone Switch Mario game, which I
but
thought was interesting.
You
I thought
even
it
go
was
back.
gonna be
You go
close.
back to when the Detective Pikachu and all that. I mean, there was not even any buzz around those when they came out. Like you can feel the buzz around the Mario stuff. Like there's
it wasn't
massive buzz around these.
It wasn't
And
a child's movie, like a little kid movie.
It wasn't even
Your
marketed
5-year-old goes,
that way.
I want to go see Mario again. I want to go see
Online
Mario
buzz
again.
does not result in ticket sales, though. We know this.
Having a comic book
That's not
that
what I
is
said.
the static thing that doesn't move, right? And we've always wanted to see our characters move. And I think it's really simple. Like when you play the game, you're playing the best part of the story. You're playing usually the movie would improve, like visually improve, quote unquote, on the comic book. That's the whole theory anyway.
or a book
We're
adaptation
gonna
or
see
whatever.
something really different. Yeah, we're gonna see something move that we didn't see move. Well, you're seeing this shit move. You're seeing the better version of the story. Hell, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, like even I'm stuck in the room staring at Yennefer's ass, is still going to be better than season 3 of The Witcher. It's still better. The best version is the game. So I don't know how Hollywood can improve on that and ever make it.
And I made the point earlier, but I just want to reiterate again. People are being a lot more careful with their money. these days, and you can see that just by the fact that these movies are not making as much as they were, unless it's actually, you know, either one, something that's really good. For instance, the example of Top Gun Maverick, which should not have made close to 1.5 billion, but did because of how good it was, or has, again, as far as a theatrical fan base, specifically a theatrical fan base, something like the MCU stands that have shown up for the MCU movies. But other than that, you've seen a lot more films that typically, like Lightyear, in probably normal circumstances prior to COVID, I actually think that probably would have been successful. But because people are a lot more careful with their money, they care about whether or not it looks like it's going to be worth it, or whether it's worth waiting to have it on a streaming service, you know?
Well, yeah, all that's true. And seriously, like, we don't know.
Yeah,
it's hard to predict any of that stuff because of how the world operates now.
Oh, this far out too. It's just impossible.
I guess they're trying to shut down certain countries again. So it's like you don't know how all that's going to have any impact on it.
Absolutely.
But I was not interested in this movie when it was announced as a Nintendo fan. I was like, this sounds stupid. What are they going to do? After seeing the first trailer, I was like, wow, I think this plays really well. And then the second trailer, even though I had my issues with certain parts of it, how they constructed that trailer. And how they're bringing the Smash Bros crowd into it, they're bringing the Mario Kart crowd into it, and then the middle part was even more stuff showing, like, you know, side scroller Mario, all of it. Like they're kind of, you know, trying to connect the dots to all of their different fan bases with this movie. I think this movie is going to make a lot of money, but ultimately it is hard to tell if the story.
For sure.
It's hard to tell if the story is going to be good.
Yeah,
I still really don't know how that's going to work, but Chris Pratt being in it will be a big pull too. So it will be interesting.
Okay, so we might want. It's going to be a rough transition to get into Elon tweeting.
What's been going on?
It's fucking crazy.
It is dropping.
They're naming names.
They are naming names. So let me read a couple of
that's what you do,
and then
Kanye. You name names.
We'll take a look at that because that's kind of big. So
this is massive. This is massive.
Anak Maman on the Streamlabs side for $50 says, "Hail everyone! I got over 3,000 for my bonus yesterday. Congrats, dude!
Nice.
That being said, I had money troubles this year. To make it last, I'm going to demote myself to lurker for the time being. In the meantime, keep up the fight and put shrimp on pizza, Gary. I will not put shrimp on pizza, but you can lurk anytime, Anak Maman. We love you." Thank you, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate it. And make baby. Hayden for $100 says, "Hail Friday Night Tights, hail to the fellowship. Happy to be here tonight. Needed to get some laughs and some conversation in tonight. At the start of the show, today I had to put my 12-year-old husky to sleep."
I'm sorry, man.
I had a husky. Huskies are awesome.
What up, Hayden? I think that's the same Hayden that's over on my channel. So sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man. Sudden onset lung cancer. Holy shit.
Man.
Yeah. It's been a rough 2 days, but you help ease the pain. Whatever we can do. Sorry about the doggo, man.
Yeah.
Sorry about the doggo. I don't know if this might be funny. I don't know if this is going to be dark, but
it's the best kind of funny.
We'll see.
Elon's tweeted a thread.
Not Elon. It's Matt
Taibbi.
Yeah.
Elon tweeted Matt Taibbi. Taibbi. And it just starts with thread, the Twitter files. What you're about to read is the first installment in a series based on thousands of internet documents obtained by sources at Twitter. The quote-unquote Twitter files tell an incredible story from inside one of the world's largest and most influential social media platforms. It is a Frankensteinian tale of a human-built mechanism grown out the control of its designer. So it's something that just got too big and too corporate and went out of the way. All right, so I need more of this thread. So if you guys can look it up,
no, you got to refresh it because there's like 21.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's basically, it basically is proving that one of this was not a Jack Dorsey decision. This was at the
Vijaya
time
Gadde.
the former head of legal policy and trust, Vijaya Gadde, who made the decision to start censoring the story and marking. And literally, they had no like specific marking for it other than unsafe spam, because they just didn't know how to categorize it. And there were many Twitter employees even at the time that were like, this is fucked, like we're gonna have to answer some big questions for this. And I guess the most shocking thing is that apparently Jack Dorsey didn't know or wasn't part of this decision.
What a clown.
No,
They
that makes sense.
Actually,
He had no idea. He had no idea what the fuck was going on. It was
Took
pretty
it upon
Yeah.
themselves to do it.
I can sum it up for all of you really quick here. Just tweeted this out. This kind of sums it all up for you right here.
Criminal. Why is that? He's a criminal. He's a criminal. He got caught. Read his laptop, and you know who's a criminal? You're a criminal for not reporting it.
Oh,
got him.
Joe Biden is a criminal, and he's been a criminal for a long time.
Yep.
And you're a criminal, and the media for not reporting.
Daddy.
Got him.
Daddy was right again. Daddy Trump was right again.
So
Dude,
this
protect Elon Musk at all costs. I'm just going to say that right now.
Yep.
Twitter, in its conception, was a brilliant tool for enabling instant mass communications, making a true real-time global conversation possible for the first time. In an early conception, Twitter more than lived up to its mission statement, giving people the power to create and share ideas, information instantly without barriers. As time progressed, however, the company was slowly forced to add those barriers. Some of the first tools of controlling speech were designed to combat the likes of spam and financial fraudsters. Road to hell is paved with good intentions.
It certainly is.
Slowly over time, Twitter staff and executives began to find more and more uses for these tools. Outsiders began petitioning the company to manipulate speech as well, first a little, then more than often, then consistently or constantly, or I would say constantly, consistently. By 2020, the requests from connected actors to delete tweets were routine. One executive would write to another, more to review from the Biden team.
Wow.
From
the Biden team.
Handled. Fucking handled.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, it gets better.
Yeah, they do go on to
collusion
say-
confirmed.
They do go on to say, hey, this is available to both sides of the political aisle as well.
Yeah.
But it's way predominantly used by one, though.
And then they show how much more money goes to the left, the Democratic Party.
Pasovic just said Elon didn't just buy a company, he purchased a crime scene.
Crime scene,
Yeah.
Not untrue.
Well, you have to think, if you propose to buy a company and then you suddenly back out, you have to wonder if he was like told. Like, did he actually find out that this was too big? And then think, actually, maybe I can handle it. Because they were going to force him to pay. Well,
what Elon, I've talked about this before, but the whole point of Silicon Valley, the one thing they prided themselves on was disruption. And it was disruption of 20th century models, of other businesses. Uber disrupted taxi. They love the word disruption to the point where there's like there's a disrupt basically fucking contest in Comic-Con that used to be at I think it's still there at San Francisco Concourse in the Bay Area. It's in Silicon Valley. They talk about it's a real thing. It's called Disrupt. And that's what he's doing now. He's disrupting. The disruptors have now become the establishment, and they don't want to be disrupted. What he's doing is fucking flipping the card table at this point. Like, he just said, fuck it to everybody. And they're going to have to play with them now. This gives him a lot of power. And we'll see if this is just a money-making venture. Are we going to get real change out of this? Or does it just make a few big tech companies uncomfortable, but they eventually work together? That has, be encouraged, but don't buy all the way in. I'm not buying all the way into Elon yet.
Be encouraged, but be realistic. That's the only way you can take it.
It's the question of what happens investigation wise. Do they have investigations? And if they do they use this and do they hold their feet to the fire?
Oh, I doubt
Did somebody tweet out that mainstream media is only already running interference for this whole thread?
Of course, I'm sure they are.
I would be surprised if you can find it. If somebody can find it. Both parties had access to these tools. For instance, in 2020, requests for both the Trump
It's not sharing anymore. It's not sharing.
Let me pop it back up.
I'll keep reading though.
Yeah.
Campaign were received and honored. However, the system wasn't balanced. It was based on contracts because Twitter was and is overwhelmingly staffed by people of one political orientation.
You can just switch that out with Lucasfilm, Disney, all of them.
It's the same story.
And also, you skipped over a small part, but
there was a bit,
the James Woods tweet. So
James
here
Wood,
it's showing, hey, even celebrities could be removed, and this is from the DNC asking them to remove a tweet from James Woods.
No shit.
Yeah, from the DNC.
James Woods.
Yeah. And you remember he got suspended for like a year, I think, wasn't it? Like a year he was suspended.
Yeah.
Notice how it says defer to the safety on a high-profile second account, so you get special treatment where it goes to people who are dedicated to, can we actually handle this kind of heat, or do you think we can get away with it? So have a whole team.
So the
dedicated to
DNC
it.
is interfering with social media companies. They're absolutely involved in Hollywood with every single fucking company. They're absolutely involved with every single fucking media outlet. And don't think they're. And this goes way back to the early days of the CIA. So Mockingbird, Operation Mockingbird.
And I want to say this, like, I know a lot of people probably like, oh, politics. This is why Hollywood is so fucked. This type of stuff right here, it all ties together. It's all tied together. All of this stuff is what we're complaining about consistently. And Twitter has been a major piece to that puzzle. And that's why they have been so frustrated by it. I think Elon actually, he before he did the dump, some Ryan's buddy Ian Miles Chong, he responded to him, and he said the mainstream media is going to hate you for this. And Elon said, oh, you mean the same mainstream media that colluded to suppress the story? That mainstream media? He doesn't fucking care,
that
dude.
one.
No,
he does not care.
He does not.
They already hated him. He had nothing to lose.
Well, yeah, they've been running
Nobody
hit pieces
cared.
ever since he purchased Twitter.
Yep.
You
and
don't
remember,
want to underestimate the impact that Twitter has. It's where all the celebrities are. It's where all the politicians are. It's where all the companies are. It's where their tech support is. It's where you contact them if you have a problem. And if they're just on it every day and they're constantly fed one stream of information, that's what they think everyone agrees with. So it
By the
pushes
way,
things in a certain way.
Yeah, agreed. And everything you're seeing here is worse than what Nixon did. A lot.
Way worse.
It's you know what is also worse, Dan? It's also worse than a dinner that happened at Mar-a-Lago last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you see, I love the Twitter trending on the side. Where's Elon? Did Hillary?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh man.
Did you see the tweet that I retweeted?
How many fucking movies, how many documentaries have been made about Nixon and Woodward and Bush and all that shit? That is fucking child's play compared to this shit.
Also, I think that it might be good also, like in the context of all this stuff that's coming out, to put it up next to when the mainstream media used to have at least some, cojones. The whole Biden Inc. article, I think going up next to this would play very well.
Yeah.
Hey, before you keep reading, share my screen real quick just for a second. Right there. Heard us with great sadness that I heard of Elon's sudden passing. He was an innovator that will always be remembered.
R.I.P. my friend.
Saul.
Oh my.
Oh my.
It's just a meme, everybody. It's just a meme. It's just a meme.
Calm down, Alyssa Milano. It's
But
just
where
a
is he? Copyright.
Wow.
Is this the free speech you want, Elon Musk? My vagina smells like cat piss.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. So spicy.
This is crazy, and it's getting crazier.
There were more channels, more ways to complain open to the left, well, Democrats, than right. The resulting slant in content moderation decisions is visible in the documents you are about to read. However, it's also the assessment of the multiple current and former high-level executives.
You gotta click on the image to see how much money they've been donating to the Democratic
it's
Party.
by an insane, like, look at those percentage.
165,000 to 450.
It's not even close.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whew.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh shoot! Now they're getting shit like, oh, great journalism. You just published the email address of a member of Congress.
Oh, where?
No, I'm sure it's already public anyway.
Pretty sure, yeah, those are already.
Those are supposed to be public. You fucking morons.
These are the same people that will dox people's addresses they don't like, and they're gonna whine
Yeah,
about
seriously.
a fucking email.
Yeah, whatever. Let me get to number. Sorry, I lost my.
You're on 12.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Okay,
I
there was
forgot.
some more throat clearing about the process, but screw it. Let's jump forward. Number 16.
Yeah, let Ryan read. That's what I let him do. On
Yeah,
main
go
event.
for it. We were left up with 12. Wait,
The
no.
Twitter Files, Part 1. How and why Twitter blocked the Hunter Biden laptop story. On October 14th, 2020, the New York Post, one of the oldest newspapers in the country, by the way, published Biden's secret emails, an expose based on the contents of Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop. Twitter took extraordinary steps to suppress the story, removing links and posting warnings that it may be, quote, unsafe. They even blocked its transmission via DM, a tool hitherto reserved for extreme cases like CP. White House spokeswoman Kayleigh McEnany was locked out of her account for tweeting about the story, prompting a furious letter from Trump campaign staffer Mike Hahn, who seethed, "At least pretend to care," for the next 20 days. And if you pop that up, you can see he's so mad he even misspelled something in it. All she did was cite the story firsthand, reported it's been reported by other outlets and not disputed by the White House, blah, blah, blah. This public policy executive, Carolyn Strom, to set out a polite what the fuck query. Several employees noted that there was tension between the comm/policy teams who had little less control over moderation and the safety trust teams. And you can pull up that. There's Carolyn Strom. Hi, team. Are you able to take a closer look here? Thank you. Cool. What's next? Strom's note returned the answer the laptop story had been removed for violation of the company's hacked materials policy. Hi, Carolyn. Thanks for reaching out to us. Per checking, the user was bounced by site integrity for violating hacked policy or hacked materials policy. Adding them here for further insight and guidance. Thanks. Elaine Ong Soto, ops analyst, global escalations team. Although several sources recalled hearing about a general warning from federal law enforcement that summer about possible foreign hacks, there's no evidence that I've seen of any government involvement in the laptop story. In fact, that might have been the problem. The decision was made at the highest levels of the company, but without the knowledge of CEO Jack Dorsey, with former head of legal policy and trust, Vijaya Gad playing a key role. Bye, bitch, you're fired.
Surprise, surprise.
Needs to be arrested. Needs to be arrested.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
They just freelanced it, is how one former employee characterized the decision. Hacking was the excuse, but within a few hours, pretty much everyone realized that that wasn't going to hold, but no one had the guts to reverse it. You can see the confusion in the following lengthy exchange, which ends up including Gad and former Trust and Safety Chief Yoel Roth, who just got fired recently. Comms official Trenton Kennedy writes, "I'm struggling to understand the policy basis for marking this as unsafe." Can we pull that up?
And he didn't get fired technically. He quit, but
Yeah,
we
he
all
did.
know that he
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
We know
He was
why.
on the
He was probably given an ultimatum.
Yep.
Yeah. So there you have. I'm struggling to understand the policy-based market is unsafe, and I think the best explainability argument for this externally would be we're waiting to understand if the story is a result of hacked materials. We face hard questions on this if we don't have some kind of solid reasoning for marking the link unsafe. Oh.
Woo.
Oh, by this point,
still going.
Everyone knew this was fucked, said one
Wow.
former employee, but the response was essentially to err on the side of continuing to err.
Yoel Roth is such a piece of trash. Yeah, Yoel Roth is like he thinks we're all Yahtzees just
He's
because
still
we
there,
have
right?
our own opinions. No, he recently is.
Oh, did he leave?
He recently quit. He's done a kind of an article, I think, with either the Times. Was it the Times? I can't remember. But it's just the dude's a piece of crap.
And that was
Is
it.
there more at all? Is that it?
That's it.
No, there's no. We're in
There's
there.
more.
Dude,
Yeah, it
there-
goes up to like 33
more.
now.
Let me refresh it there. Stuck on 26.
Click on it. Just click. Yeah, click on. Just.
It is hard to follow. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm on
Gotta
it.
keep
Go back up to the
refreshing.
next one, and
If I click
go to his
25.
Yeah, just go to the page.
There we go.
there you go.
You got it?
Got it.
Okay.
Former Vice President of Global Comms Brandon Borman asked, "Can we truthfully claim that this is part of the policy?" IER, as our approach to addressing potentially hacked materials, we're limiting visibility of related stories on Twitter while investigation is ongoing. To which former Deputy General Counsel Jim Baker again seems to advise staying the non-course because caution is warranted. Oh, there you go. They're basically talking about, hey, was it actually hacked? Was it left there? Was it legally obtained? That's all what they're talking about right now.
It's almost like it should be up to us to try and investigate and find that out.
A fundamental problem with the tech companies and their content moderation, many people took charge of speech, care little about speech, and have been told the basics by outsiders. To wit, in one humorous exchange on day one, Democratic Congressman Rob Khanna reaches out to Gad to gently suggest she hop on the phone to talk about the backlash Ari's speech. Khanna was the only Democratic official I could find in the files who expressed concern. There you go. Thanks. Good job, bro. Gad replies quickly, immediately diving into the weeds of Twitter policy. Unaware Khanna is more worried about the Bill of Rights.
We have this thing called the Bill of Rights. That's the.
I think that should be a concern.
I don't really care about your Twitter policy.
Just a little bit.
What's the next one? Khanna tries to reroute the conversation to the First Amendment, mention of which is generally hard to find in the files. But in the heat of this is what they said, in the heat of the presidential campaign, restricting dissemination of newspaper articles, even if New York Post is far right, seems like it will invite more backlash than it will do good. They're talking about, hey, look, they're talking about Section 230 right there.
Yep.
As well.
We're smarter than you.
Within a day, head of public policy Lauren Culbertson receives a ghastly letter/report from Carl Sabo of the research firm NetChoice, which had already pulled 12 members of Congress, 9 Republicans, 3 Democrats, from the House Judiciary Committee to Rep. Judy Chu's office. The Stafford's hail from, okay, cool. NetChoice lets Twitter know a bloodbath awaits in upcoming Hill hearings, with members saying it's a tipping point, complaining tech has grown so big they can't even regulate themselves, so government may need to intervene.
That's bad.
Not
that
very
is
bad.
That is very, 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 very bad. I'm not chilling for fucking YouTube, but like government coming in and regulating like ruins everything, dude.
It's always worse.
Fucking over. There'll be kill switches. It'll be fucking terrible.
Then we're China.
Yep.
We're fucking China. Well, dude, I mean, that's the one disturbing thing Elon said was I want Twitter to be like WeChat. It's like
No.
I think that a lot of people are really hyper crazy about WeChat because of the connotations that it's ran by the Chinese Communist government.
No,
whereas like if you just look at WeChat as a utility, in terms of
centralized utility. Yes. That's a bad fucking idea.
It's basically digital ID at that point.
Yeah.
And Chinese people had to resort to airdrop to pass videos about the protests, and then the government shut off airdrop.
No, Apple shut off airdrop, not the government.
If you've got everything in one place, it's easier to shut down. End of story.
It is.
Absolutely. Yeah, what I'm saying is if Elon wants to turn Twitter into that and just as an option, people can use that if they want or not use it if they don't want. I don't think it's inherently a bad thing. When the government is running that and that's the only thing you can use, that's why it's such a big, massive fucking problem. That's why WeChat is so fucking evil. But no, I don't inherently have a problem if Elon wants to turn it into the utility that is WeChat, where, hey, you come to Twitter and you can do a bunch of stuff from it. I think people are just hyper scared of it because it's controlled by the government.
We need to get
this is the example why it would be bad.
36 is crazy. So
Single reports to Twitter that some Hill figures are characterizing the laptop story as Tech's across Hollywood moment.
Not an Access Hollywood moment. Access Hollywood moment.
Oh, Tech's Access Hollywood moment.
You gotta just click it. Just click his name and go to his profile.
Wow.
Probably got to refresh it.
Right there.
Holy shit.
Twitter files continued.
The First Amendment isn't absolute. Sabo's letter contains chilling passages relaying Democratic lawmakers' attitude. They want more moderation, and as for the Bill of Rights, it's not absolute.
Wow.
Isn't that literally the entire point of it? That it is.
It is. And Biden keeps saying it's not. And it's like, dude, yes, it is.
Oh, here, what is this? Hillary did nothing. Well, the Democrats, meanwhile, complained that the companies are inept. They let conservatives muddy the water and make Biden campaign look corrupt, even though Biden is innocent.
What?
They linked to his Hillary Clinton's email scandal. She did nothing wrong. The story go. What?
Oh, collusion on every level
Man.
with several administrations.
God, I hate fucking Northern California. I really do. Fuck.
And poor Gary's still there right now.
Yeah. He doesn't live there anymore.
Did you see that last sentence of the first paragraph is astonishing. If the companies moderated more, they wouldn't even think to use social media. That is literally, we will kick you off all social media because the fist will come down so hard that you will have no choice. That is...
And again, you think this isn't happening in Hollywood? You think they aren't getting in there and telling you what to write, what to make?
On how
it's happening, not just in Hollywood, it's happening in corporations too.
Who do you think's funding them?
Guys, hang on, guys. When pushed on how the government might insist on that, consistent with the First Amendment, they demurred. The First Amendment isn't absolute, like you said earlier. What the fuck? There's Steph. I see Steph tweet. She said, "No Hillary to hide behind."
Oh no, she's been killing it. By the way, shout out to
there.
Steph.
No Hillary to hide behind is in there. It's in that 36.
But she has been like on it, getting all the good like. Shout out to Steph. My nerdy.
That was the latest one. Do we have a 37 yet?
Not yet.
Holy shit, that is.
Oh, they're gonna keep going. It's gonna keep happening. I'm not surprised at all. I'm just actually I'm happy that it's getting out there, because it shows that everything we've been saying for the past several years, it is going on. You don't get to this point without these things happening. It's common sense is all it is. We're just using common sense and going, okay, wait a minute, something's not right here.
You just don't feel crazy anymore. Like you finally see the proof of what you know.
There, what Jack Posobiec said yesterday. There's like shit we know, and then Steph, you can prove. And
exactly, I was about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah. The analogy I use is Ray Rice. Ray Rice was accused of hitting a woman, and we heard about it, and he still played. Everybody's like, eh. But then the video got released of him in the elevator punching his girlfriend in the fucking face, and that changed everything overnight.
I was pissed off by that because Ray Rice got suspended, I think 2 games, right? For the story was they were both drunk. They were at an altercation. They got into a hotel. She came after him. She spit on him, and then Ray Rice punched her. She hit her head on the elbow on the handrail as she fell and hit the ground, and she was unconscious.
Yep,
that was the story. He even came forward. He said that's what happened. His fiance or whatever came forward and said that's what happened. They both admitted it happened that way. 2-game suspension. Then the video came out showing exactly what they said happened, and everyone's like, "Oh, it has to be more. It has to be more punishment."
No. Well, yes, but the punishment aside, it's the perception that I'm talking about, and that's why when we have these little pieces of paper, when we have articles, like we all know this shit was going down. We were talking about it all the time. We're like, this shit's going down.
Talking about it for years.
Now we know it was going down, and it does change things. It changes perception. That's my point of that analogy. Don't hit your girlfriend. I don't care if she's down with it or not. Like he should. It's fucking stupid.
Also, girlfriends, don't spit on your boyfriend.
Don't spit on your boyfriend.
And punch and hit them repeatedly.
But yeah, I'm not hitting a girl even if she spits on me. So there you go. Some guys like that too.
I just thought it was garbage because you knew exactly what had happened. Like it the way that it played out was exactly how it was described. But it wasn't until people saw it that they decided to have their moral.
And that tells you that's the perception of the general public, right? Like they're going to hear a lot of stuff. We're going to know that there's some, there's certain truths out there that we suspect, but we don't really know. And you just need that extra 2%. And then once you see it, shit changes. And they've been getting away with a lot of shit lately. A lot of, and our apathy has helped this. Our apathy has helped us
100%
more. And that's why things are changing. And we got lucky. We got one billionaire who decided to want to fuck with other billionaires. That's the only way this is happening right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how good that is, to be honest with you, but like I'm enjoying it.
It's
like
something.
It's something. You're right. It's something. And like Twitter has been legitimately fun. I've been having a good time. Like even my Miles Morales like tweets don't even get the clapback that they, not even half that they got before. It's kind of disappointing.
It's like a rigged video game, but we finally can pick a player that's the same size as the other guys on the other team.
Yeah.
We'll see if it actually makes changes, though. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, now you have some
there
kind
needs
of
to be a
proof. You go
lawsuit,
look.
and somebody needs to take, the government to court over this.
It is
That's
interesting. It's on a Friday that this is dropping, so my guess is that I wonder if he's dropping this on a Friday, how much more does he have?
Oh, there must be.
Probably has a lot.
Like 'cause this is already a pretty good I'm just saying.
Yeah, what's going to come out on Monday?
Matt Taibbi's blood pressure is probably through the roof right now. Like,
He
I
better
hope
be
he has
fucking
like
running.
a team surrounding him. I hope he's got like
Elon like put him up in a
protection outside his
SpaceX. He's
Yeah.
actually like orbiting the Earth.
Starlink.
He's tweeting out there zero G.
That's why it's taking so long, because the Starlink connection is, a little choppy.
Oh my god.
Helson 6146 on the Streamlabs side. Thank you for circumventing Mama Susan. You're so right. We are in a slow boil. And I think Gothix, because at my age, I never heard of the Overton window until she mentioned it, and I'm old. LOL. So,
Apparently, I am too. So don't feel bad.
you're not. You're not a granny. Nathan, go forth for $50. Hail Friday Night Tides. Here's to the Iron Age and the new wave of awesome media made by us, for us, even inspired hope in my shriveled little heart that I could be a voice actor yet. And to Odin, Pax Tecum, brother. Did I say that right? Pax Tecum.
Oh yes, peace be with you as well. Yeah.
There you go.
Pax Tecum.
Tico, is that Latin?
Tecum, yeah.
Latin?
It's Latin.
Take them with you.
Latin X.
Latin
Pax
X.
Tecum.
Latinx.
Not Latinx. This is the real Latin, the good Latin. Or quoting Robin Hood Men in Tights, it's the new Latin.
Matt just tweeted
Oye,
again.
Arle, Aderle, Amen.
Matt just tweeted again and said, an amazing subplot to the Twitter Hunter Biden laptop affair is how much was done without the knowledge of CEO Jack Dorsey and how long it took for the situation to get, quote, unfucked, as one ex-employee put it, even after Dorsey jumped in.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but how could he not know? If everyone on the site knew, how little work are you doing as a CEO?
Dude, yeah,
He was
was
out busy being stoned.
Yeah, he was
Right.
smoking ayahuasca,
in
doing
Costa
all kinds
Rica.
of little like spirit journeys out in the desert. He doesn't know what the fuck was going on
Going to
at
Thailand
all.
The Jaya was fucking running.
And what
everything.
happened? The
It was
people, his
scary.
handlers came in and went, "Hey, Jack, we'll take care of it for you. We'll do all the
Yeah,
technical
don't worry.
stuff, and you can go
Vagina
out
was
and
telling him that the
smoke
whole time.
ayahuasca."
JJ or whatever her name was. God, she's
Yeah, because if you could tell on the Joe Rogan podcast when Tim
He
Pool was
was-
there.
Oh, yeah.
No
Jack
clue.
had no idea. He
He
didn't know
was
how to
fucking
answer.
clueless.
Every time Tim Pool would ask a specific question, Jack Dorsey had no answer. None.
Yeah. She answered.
He had
Yep.
no answer whatsoever.
With the
It was
most smug look on her face too.
Yep.
So all of this stuff coming out now, it's just
How you like
Wait,
them
that was
apples,
the woman
bitch?
that was on Rogan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's her.
Yes.
Oh my god.
She is so Bay Area too. She is just uber Bay Area.
That's the insult. You're so Bay Area.
I love the picture that got
It
snapped.
is a fucking insult. It is.
I love the picture that got snapped of her the first day Elon went to the office after buying it. She's like,
she was crying.
She's in the background, just like just this bitch look on it, right before she got fired. So
He's like, "Oh no,
Yep.
he's gonna know what I did."
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
it's not that surprising that he didn't know. I mean, look how far the Solo movie got into development before Kathleen Kennedy decided she didn't like it.
True.
90% done until she's like, "Hey, I don't like this. You're all fired."
I mean, the amount of money they spent on it. Oh,
Yes.
so funny. Hashtag Solo lost money.
So a lot of money.
Lost money.
What is this X-ray girl? Lajman?
I think it's Lajman.
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 He's a Lajman.
For X-ray girl's wardrobe, she's wearing the same shirt she had on yesterday. Star Trek watch party.
I literally wore the shirt for an hour. Okay, I came home, put the shirt on, and then after the stream, I took it off.
This is a
And then
fresh
I put it
shirt
on.
I put
That
on
was to
today.
record for her OnlyFans. So
Frost on the Streamlabs side for $50. Hail Friday Night Tights, long time lurker, first time donator. Hey, thank you. We'll be gentle. My best friend and her family are due to lose their house to bank auction soon, and I started a GoFundMe to help them. Would you please shout out the link? And it says GoFundMe. Oh, I can't chat, but somebody can put it in the chat if they want. But check it out first. Thank you, Frost. I appreciate it, but we have to vet everything, especially with GoFundMe. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. And if you guys do go to the link, vet yourselves, please. Because I have not seen it yet, but sure. Toxic Man Flu for $100. Thank you. I will sell 4 of my 5 children to Pfizer for medical experiments to buy tickets for the Mario film so I can see Odin eat a pineapple pizza on screen.
Good man. Good man.
That's so evil for so many different reasons.
Yeah, I know. Like, so is that the deal? So is it when I was?
Well, we gotta come up with something for you.
Yeah, what do you hate?
I
what do
don't
you not
like.
to eat?
I fucking hate pineapple pizza.
Oh, then I
think
go
it's-
both ways.
I think it's hard.
Yes. Either way, when are you going to eat it?
I would rather watch Captain Marvel than eat fucking pineapple pizza.
But it has to be more than just a bite, though. Like it has to be a whole
fucking pizza.
You gotta eat the whole thing.
Well, a whole slice.
No, 4
people. The whole half of it.
Oh no.
One whole
Look,
half.
I don't want to throw up on stream. I'm just putting.
You can eat 4 slices of pizza.
First
if you want.
of all, shut the fuck up, Ryan. Me and Odin have to agree to this, not you. You can go fuck yourself, okay?
I'm telling
Odin,
both of you
one
guys what it
piece of
should be.
pizza. One
He's
piece
an
of pizza,
unbiased
pineapple. That's it. Don't let
Outside
Ryan get in here and fuck
contractor. I
this
think
up.
you should-
Ryan eats 4
X-ray girl.
pizza.
X-ray
Ryan
girl
eats 4
poll.
pizza.
One pizza, one piece, or 4. Okay, we'll let the people
Or
decide.
8. Throw in 8.
You already know the answer
piece
to that
can't
poll.
be
This is a danger to our democracy by letting democracy happen. How dare
It
you?
is like 8 is a whole pizza, right? So I'm thinking half a pizza. I think that's what most people
Fair.
probably eat in one sitting. Most normal men, anyway. But yeah, so 4 pieces. That's a meal. You're eating a meal of pineapple pizza.
It's fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy, we need to do like some type of parlay that somehow gets Ryan involved, where he has to eat Vegemite raw.
Oh. Yeah, eat it.
I'm not involved in this shit.
Now he's not involved.
Very quickly.
Oh wait, how about this, Ryan? If the people vote for half a pizza or more than one slice, if we can get through it without vomiting, would you eat Vegemite raw?
I don't really know what Vegemite is, but I'll
It's yeast extract.
It looks like bugs crushed up. That's what it looks
No,
like.
you guys aren't gonna throw up. It's just pineapple pizza. It's not like you're eating shit. Like, I would be way more likely to throw up eating Vegemite.
Yeah, why don't you say yes?
Are you afraid? Are you afraid, Ryan?
I'll eat it. I'll do it. I'll eat it. I'll do it.
You're gonna have to do it properly though. Thin slice on toast. That's it.
The way
Not
Shad
a
makes
fucking
it.
spoonful.
Yeah, you have to literally follow every single step. No, you got to toast it, and then you got to put the butter on.
I'll have Shad walk me through it. I'll have Shad walk me through it.
I'm just saying. There ain't no way I'm eating a whole fucking pineapple pizza. It ain't fucking
We're
happening.
not asking that.
No,
We're asking
4 pieces. That's what I think 4 is fair.
The poll has a whole pizza.
Okay, go on.
X-ray girl.
You guys told me the choices. I had to put it there, right?
Damn it.
It is winning.
X-ray girl, no.
That's right. That's
why
right.
it escalates.
That's what I get for recommending an Asian chick to help produce this damn show.
Your fault, bro. It's all your fault.
I can't wait to shove the pizza in your mouth.
Oh wow, that's getting
That's
clipped.
getting clipped. That's getting clipped.
Straight to her OnlyFans.
That's getting clipped.
Comics Division's ball sack for $100 on the Streamlabs side. Wow. How'd you super chat? That's pretty impressive.
Hey, man.
How does
Dexterity.
Wow.
what do Harrison Ford and comics have in common? Both of their ball sacks drag on the ground. The other to being vertically challenged. Pineapple on pizza rules. Bon Jovi and Springsteen suck. Giant docky dongs. There you go.
Talks are fired again.
Yeah, that was
It's
a good
my life.
that was a good super chat because I was about to make a joke about it dragging on the ground. Good super chat.
Ancient Mariner for $50. Hail Friday Night Tides. I'm going to go out on a limb now and just say it. Elon didn't hang himself. Okay.
Oh.
It's good to get that
Elon
out there.
did not kill himself.
Yeah, I hope he's in that spaceship too.
Yeah, he might need to be. Mostly gluten for $50 says it turns out that I'm in the top 2% of users on Spotify, and I've listened to 25,000 minutes of you guys. FNT #1. Holy shit! Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, really cool. I don't even know how to look at my analytics on that. Does anybody know
I
how to
think
do
once
that?
you hit December, there's like a Spotify end of the year thing that'll like
It'll
give you a
just
bunch of
appear.
cool info. Yeah. So next time you go in, it should
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah.
It should give you an option to look at it at least.
Okay. Are we on Audible yet, Garrett?
Yeah.
We are.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, they have a
Audible?
Yeah, Audible. You can
podcast
be on,
platform.
They have podcasts now.
We
Yeah.
should. Wow.
I like how she asked that with a question. Audible?
Audible?
Audible.
I can look just to confirm.
Let me double check.
X-Ray Girl. It's where you can listen to the books.
I actually have that app. Okay.
Audible.
Technologically advanced.
Hey, yeah. There is a new Lord of the Rings book out.
I forgot
Brian
it's coming out.
Sibley edited it. So he worked on the Lord of the Rings BBC radio show, and he's pretty good. So it's the Fall of Numenor. It's also the 11th book by J.R.R. Tolkien and Christopher that was edited by somebody else that's come out since George R. R. Martin has written A Dance with Dragons. So a dead guy has written 11 more books than an alive guy. Just want to say
Isn't it really weird that came out after the TV series? You would have thought
it is weird, right?
like they would have
Strange
wanted that to
coincidence.
advertise the series. They would have wanted to gather the sales from the series. It should have made sense to come out just before, maybe like a week or something, to carry on the hype. No, everything's all gone.
Well, Disparu, it probably has something to do with the Tolkien estate being stupid as fuck.
You think that's it?
I love the way you said that.
Yeah.
Just sounds
Just
so
so
cute.
Just so... Well, you know. Please clip that, somebody. I just want to. I want that on loop. It just was so beautiful.
They are
so
They are just as much the architects of the disaster at Amazon as Amazon is. To be honest with you, fucking Simon Tolkien. Hayden, this is 2 parts for $50 each, so it's $100.
Wow.
That's math. She
That's
did
math.
For me. She did the math for me. Thanks, X-Ray Girl. On you might get some more words in the future. Keep trying. On the Twitter collusion thread the other day, I noticed YouTube and Facebook alogs.
Algos.
A-logs.
A-logs? Or algorithm? I don't know.
Seem to have changed as 230 got brought up
that's probably
with the lawsuit.
Yeah,
I'm seeing my subscriptions and Facebook ads can't pinpoint me like they did before Musk bought 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah, there's been a lot of questions on YouTube. Like most everybody on YouTube was on vacation until this week. So for the last week, there was a skeleton crew there. And I talked to like that issue we're having with the live streaming. Yeah, they fucked up. They updated something and fucked it up. That's exactly what Ryan thought. It was just a fuck up. But they're all back.
My front page sucks on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like the recommended videos are awful. They're not anything I want to actually watch.
Everybody was gone for like 2 weeks. That's the problem. YouTube and Facebook seem to be scrambling to change how stuff works. I fully believe this, by the way. Maybe before they get caught. Has anyone else noticed changes in target ads getting worse on YouTube? Subs show up again. Maybe just me noticing. What do you guys think? No, I think Elon changing everything. It would be prudent as a business if you were fucking around to maybe dial back on it, because DeSantis he mentioned this, and the Congress has already mentioned this. Like, there's going to be an investigation now into big tech. They didn't moderate themselves very well. They went hard in the paint for the Democrats. And what the fuck did you think was going to happen? The other side's going to come after you, and whatever the one side can do, the other side can do when they get
exactly.
And you know who loses? We do. We fucking lose every fucking time.
Yep.
So that's why, like, I don't want government involvement in this at all. But the big tech's not going to do it themselves, which that's what was my hope.
Well, the issue with any kind of regulation is really to prevent competition. So this is the reason why Facebook was begging for the government to regulate.
Yep.
Share my screen. This is a great moment when Extra Girl said she hasn't seen or she watched Die Hard first.
I want to make sure I clip this. It was beautiful.
Gary. Oh, wow.
Just for clarification.
I'm just staring away in disgust, like, oh.
She's like,
comics.
It's kind of this half smile.
Yeah, her shoulders are up, like, what?
Gary's just got disappointment on his face.
Yeah. Gary's like, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
He's secretly thinking, I want to fire you right now.
You know what? Honestly, I'm going to take responsibility. I know she's a normie, and I'm like, I need to do better as a teacher. I need to give her better lists.
What did you think? All right, here's my question. What did you think about Live Free or Die Hard?
It was fun. It was a fun movie, from what I remember.
No.
What?
It is a fun movie.
It was a fun movie. It was entertaining.
Hold on. It is a fun movie. It's not a Die Hard movie. And that's the problem with it. But if you never saw any Die Hard, you wouldn't fucking know any better. You're like, oh, I bet this guy just has a history of using semi-trucks to fight Harrier jets. I bet this guy just normally fucking uses motor or fucking cars off random embankments to hit helicopters out of the sky.
Yeah. Lots of action. It was great as a normie, and you know, if I knew what he was like before, maybe my opinions would change.
Yeah, it lacked the
I actually
humor
do
of
like
Die Hard.
Die Hard, like as a movie. I like the idea of the fire sale. I like the idea of Timothy Oliphant being this fucking rogue hacker who's trying to teach everybody a lesson. Got really fucking pissed off when they didn't listen, and now he's trying to take everything down. Like I do like that movie, but it's not a fucking Die Hard movie.
Yeah, it's not Die Hard.
No, it's not. Timothy Oliphant. Good actor, man.
Yeah,
good, underrated actor. Great shit. Deadwood, Justified. Hey, has anybody reviewed the Cocaine Bear trailer? Have you gotten hit by that?
Not yet.
No.
Is this Ray Liotta's last theatrical appearance?
so.
Yeah. Jesus,
He looks pretty raw. He looks.
It's really appropriate. I mean, Ray Liotta, come on.
Do you want to risk it?
Go out with Cocaine Bear.
Should we risk it?
Out like that's where we can end the show. Is we can.
It looks so dumb.
Oh, dude, it looks fun.
In a blaze of glory.
Oh, shut up.
You don't like fun.
Jeremy, Ryan doesn't like fun. That's
That is very true. That is very true.
Yes.
I just told you I like Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh, so you like average 20-year-old, 10-year-old movie or whatever. Okay, that's
all right. It's Universal. How bad is Universal about snatching
pretty,
videos?
They claim, but they usually let off, right?
Do you want me to EFAP this or let it play?
We can let it play. I'll clip it if I need to.
Also, one last thing about Oliphant. I still firmly believe that somehow he is the long lost son of Billy Bob Thornton.
They seem
I see
a little bit. They do seem a little related.
Yeah.
Bringing Justified back, aren't they? I
felt like Timothy Oliphant could have been a fucking like massive star. But then he did like the Hitman movie, and it was like,
Well, he also like I think
Clint Eastwood in that Johnny Depp movie where he's a lizard. He's good in
the
that.
gecko one. He was a gecko, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Rango?
Yeah, Rango. Timothy Oliphant. Oliphant played.
I think
Clint
he was
Eastwood.
just born too late. Kind of like Cavill. Cavill would be like A-list star, Schwarzenegger fucking levels, like a movie star. He's born too late. Hit play.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Is this Red Band?
It's absolutely terrible, and I want to see it.
to the wall.
I wish it were coming out Valentine's Day weekend. That's
You know,
that would be
That's a great day
for
movie.
that.
Do you know who directs it?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yep.
Oh no!
That's surprising.
She learned her lesson because she tried to sit there and she's already tried to backpedal off all the bullshit that she said.
Yep.
But you know what's it looks better than Indy 5, that's for sure.
It actually does. It actually does. So we're gonna wrap things up, man, with Cocaine Bear. We didn't see the Guardians trailer. Guardians trailer is really good. Go check it out.
I got hit on it.
Oh yeah, because of the song.
The song, yeah.
No.
It's a good song.
If you pause it enough, you're okay. I haven't gotten hit
Guardians
with
trailer was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it actually
very
looked
much
really
it.
good.
But I'm not going to see it because
Listen,
fuck Disney.
Yeah.
Guardians is what Star Wars should be. That is 100% where Guardians is at. I love Guardians 1 and 2. I know there's like some, I guess, differing opinions on. I think 2 is fantastic. I think it's top tier as well. And then I just watched the holiday special, which was really good, and I'm really excited for this one. So that's the only thing I can care about under the Marvel banner at this point.
Bringing Adam Warlock in at this point almost is unnecessary because the whole point of him was Infinity Gauntlet and Thanos.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Why would you do it?
So dumb. But James Gunn wrote this script years ago before he got fired. So this is like pre-Marvel getting I had a discussion with Robert Meyer Burnett and Chris Gore, and one of the unsung heroes of the Marvel is James Gunn. James Gunn was working on a lot of scripts for Marvel until he got fired, and then he wasn't. And wow, when's the big difference?
DC, come on, guys, come on.
He had a lot to do with Marvel's success and got credit for his success, not for the other.
Then he did the Suicide Squad.
I like.
It was fine.
What's wrong with the Suicide Squad?
It was
I didn't think it was
okay.
the best movie ever, but I thought it was fun. It was a fucking improvement on the first one.
Based on the other stuff based on Guardians, based on I keep forgetting the name of it, the evil Superman movie he made.
Maybe you don't like
Brightburn.
So
yeah,
I
like Brightburn.
They're not for everybody. Well, okay, if you like Brightburn, I mean,
I love
he's from
Brightburn.
Trauma. He's from Trauma, and he still has a lot of trauma stuff in his films.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I didn't hate the Suicide Squad, but I had really high expectations. I think that's why I probably wasn't. They didn't meet my.
I think I had the opposite. I had very, very low expectations.
I thought it was going to suck.
Yeah, I just thought it was fine.
I was like,
it was just fine.
Turns out it's okay.
No,
Flag was better in that one. I mean, basically every single character was better in this movie.
The thing is, Flag is the best character in the Suicide Squad, and nobody wants to just admit it because he's a white dude. Like they just straight up, no, but Flag's the best character. All right, poop. What does it say?
Poop. Did you just say poop?
Splash. It says poop splash on Streamlabs side. Cocaine Bear equals Hollywood. Hollywood's back, baby.
You got it.
That's great.
We also have Canadian Bear, but Gary hasn't talked about Gary the Wizard plushie that you have. We also have Hot Dog Az. So make sure that we drop links about that.
You know what, Garrett and X-Ray Girl, you guys got to put those stuff up because I'm just going to forget.
Link in the description.
It is in the description. I can show you guys what it looks like.
Az is probably pulling out what he's got left.
Whip it out. Yeah, look at that.
All right, look at that. That is Hot Dog Az.
He has a little tail too.
He does have a little butthole. But don't think about that.
It doesn't really show. Oh, yeah. See, you see a little here.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, right there.
On the seam. I don't on my wizard. So don't.
Where are you? Where are you? There you are.
And if you buy both of them together, you get 10% off. 10% off.
Yep.
And how many days we got left? We got 11 days. 11 days. So I'll show it properly.
Yeah.
You're a wizard, Gary.
You guys can get 10% off.
I'm like Radagast.
Yeah. And Gary is wearing pants.
I am wearing pants where
His brown pants.
That's true. Hey, it's better than no pants, my flesh pants. But I was
what I would recommend, and this one's on a separate site, but if you go to 221B, you get this one, and then you make Gary or Az fuck Jay right there, and then upload pictures. So that's that.
I
need that.
Is that what I need to do with this?
Yeah. So she got one of the rejected ones, and that one's got some booty. Look at that one.
Look at that. Wow.
Look at that.
That's rejected.
Rags?
Now,
I don't want to do this to Rags. But you can do
is it proportionate?
Rags is too good for this world.
That reject J doll right there, that one's got some booty right there.
Extra stuff in the trunk.
You guys can't see my TV. Speaking of Az, though, Paul Walker's on the screen right now. Fast. Yeah. It's the first one.
Extra girl, you should be getting yours like this soon. So maybe you can just make Jay fuck himself.
Yeah, I'm not going to see the stuff in the
Yeah,
private chat.
I was gonna put Jay on my tree, but he's actually too heavy because there's so much booty.
That's getting clipped. That's getting
it's too heavy.
No, like this. Yeah. Anyways, it's because I have Mahler and Critical Drinker as my angels. Flash Star. So Jay, you're too heavy. Sorry, you didn't make the cut.
If people only knew about Mahler, no, he's nice. Mahler's nice. You know who isn't an angel? Me. So Eric's like, yeah, I reminded you. Eric, don't remind me. Remind X-Ray Girl or Quarter Black.
And then we'll remind you.
And then you guys will do it because I'll forget. Even if
we'll just make it happen.
Yeah, I'm in show mode. I'm in show mode.
That's what we're here for.
Ask Mahler about show mode. Like he used to show up in early on in my Game of Thrones chats. He'd be like in the chat. People like Mahler's in there. Get him on. I'm like, what? Huh? Oh, Mahler. What? And but like by the time I got around to it, it was too late. Having all the time.
Yeah. Remember that one time I had to call Gary because I was like in this chat and I had to tell him something. I knew he was live and I'm like, Gary. I finally had to fucking call him. It was very important. He's like, hey man, I'm live. I know. I've been in your chat. Oh really? Yes, Gary.
I was on a roll. Okay, I was on a roll.
You had to listen, Gary.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Gary, don't even start.
Gary.
Long I heard that, too.
Gary.
People walk into my store, a comic shop, suck my dick, Gary.
What?
You need to know that you're able to put it all on the line.
When a man.
Oh shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to see the movie Team America, which is the greatest movies ever made. Okay?
Team America World Police.
Team
I put it on the list.
Police.
You've
not seen soundtrack. The soundtrack is phenomenal.
Extra girl. There's only 3 types of people in this world. Okay, that's all I need you to remember. When you
I don't understand this.
Just go watch it.
I'm watching so
I
much.
just crap all over me.
I have to get to a Comic-Con, so we're gonna wrap things up, and I'm gonna head on over for a couple hours. So if you're in the LA area and you're going to LA Comic-Con, I'll see you there. As long as I can fight traffic and not get like.
God help you, yeah. God protect you while you're over in LA.
Well, I'm in downtown LA, and not get attacked by a homeless person. That's what I'll try not to do. Okay. Keep your head in a swivel down there. All right. Let's go around the horn, and we will start with Comics Division.
Hey, everybody. Come and follow me on Twitter at Comics Division. Of course, you can find me on YouTube, Comics Division. Also, if you will, go check out Mike Evans' YouTube channel, X-RL7, featuring some voice talent from FNT. Yes. There we go. Something like that. Featuring myself, X-Ray Girl, also Corey, and 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. That's all I got.
Weiser.
Oh, as always, thanks for having me, Gary.
No problem, dude. Nick Weiser's awesome, dude.
He's a great
Love
dude.
Nick.
Yeah.
Odin.
What's up? You can check me out. I am back on Twitter with all the stuff going on with Elon and having a nice 2 months away. I'm officially back, so follow me on Twitter at OMB Reviews. You can find me also on my YouTube channel, OMB Reviews, and also on Rumble and Odyssey. Tomorrow night, live stream at 7 p.m. And tomorrow morning, I'll be streaming with the Salty Nerd podcast. So check me out over there too.
Very cool.
So what's up? This is Matthew
Absolutely.
Kadish's time to shine, dude.
Yes.
With Mangold. He's blocked by Mangold, isn't he? So am I, by the way.
So am I.
Oh, it's on the topic list for tomorrow. That's for sure.
Good. Thanks, Odin. Have fun with the guys. Quarter Black Carrot.
Hey, you can find me on my channel where we're playing Dark Tide on Sundays and every other available time. Also on Sunday, on my Rumble side, I'm doing a full playthrough of Callisto Protocol. I know I've heard a lot of people say it's pretty jittery, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to play it. It's going to be fun. And as always, on Monday, I'm on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop and Base Staff Monday on Adam Krigler's channel. And then, coming back to Friday Night Tides. Oh, it's so good. And it's been great to have Gothix here. Thank you, Gothix.
Yes, it is. Awesome.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, God. We've had it's like a murderer's row of guests. It's been fantastic. So I almost want to compliment X-Ray Girl, but not quite. Maybe next year.
That is a compliment
you don't want it to
unto
go to her
itself,
head.
okay?
Okay.
You didn't grow up with Asian parents.
Thanks, Quarter Black. And Chrissy Mayer.
Thanks for having me. This is it's nice having Gothix here. I'm getting a lot of flashbacks from Frosk's birth, the Frostbite rap. Gothix was here for that. Thanks for having me, guys. Super fun as always. If anyone lives in Jersey, tomorrow I'll be headlining the in Vineland at Casey Ray's. And then if you're in New York City, I'll be at Stand Up New York December 29th.
Are you going to go to any free states and do comedy?
Yes. Well, shit. Nothing on the books yet, but I'm
well, shit.
I'm like going to San Diego at the end of February. But
I like the fact that you're going in the belly of the beast. That's good to do.
going right in the butthole, right in the old anus.
The old keister.
Right in the
Dude,
old
you should try and book yourself at Laugh Out Loud. That would be awesome.
Try to come to Texas again, and I'll come up and see you this time and not have Rings of Power going. That was my bad, actually.
I love
So
Texas.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Thanks, Chrissy. We love you. You're awesome.
Love you. Love you.
Somebody we don't love is Ryan Kennel. No, we love Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
Right. Hi, Gary. Yeah, it's been a good FNT. I, as just in the same way that Quarter Black Garrett is sick, I am also starting to get sick as well. So it just fucking sucks. But it's always good to hang out with you guys. So yeah, check me out on my channel, Sports Wars, Geeks and Gamers, all that good stuff.
Thanks, brother.
Vitamin C, zinc,
dude,
quercetin.
I totally suck. I am sorry. Congratulations on 200,000 subscribers, motherfucker.
Yeah, by the way, congrats, bro.
Congrats. With that, I'm sorry.
Good job. That is all good. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We're on to the next milestone. But yeah, 200K is pretty fucking cool.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you.
baby. So proud of you.
Baby boys all grown up.
Baby boys all grown up, Jeremy. Well, look what we did.
I know it. I know it.
Look at what our love did.
Our gay love produced a toxic racist.
Oh my goodness, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, what you got going on, man?
I'll be live in about an hour and a half playing Fall Guys. We're gonna have Stuttering Craig from Screw Attack join us. So
He's
it's
cool.
gonna be awesome.
We're gonna get him on FNT.
Yep.
Yeah. We gotta get him on.
It's cool. And I just want to show Right Wing Cope is now memeing me. So I'm just going to use this as a thumbnail now. So
what?
Earth goes
Wow. Wow, this is so low budget.
I fucking love it.
That's hilarious.
It's not one of.
That's
It's not.
awesome.
It's a pretty decent meme.
That's a good meme. That's pretty good. Wow, I'm surprised.
I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this as a thumbnail.
What's kind of funny is it has, but I mean, that's why.
But it actually it's I've told people to take this and meme it, and now the left is actually memeing it for me. So that's fantastic. I love
great.
it. So
All the attention. It's all good. Well done, Jeremy. Thanks for being here. Can't wait for you to eat a whole pizza, whole pineapple pizza.
Nah, Mario's gonna make it happen. Look, I'm in good shape now. Okay, I've pulled a Skip Bayless. Basically, a lot of the sports people will know that at least. So basically, if Mario fails, then I get to go, I was right. They went woke and Peach ruined it. But I may have to eat the pineapple pizza. But then if it makes $1 billion, like, I ain't got to eat. And I proved Odin wrong. So I'm good now. I've hedged my bet now. So, yeah.
I win either way. Yeah. And you know who else wins? You guys do. Because either way, somebody's eating a pineapple pizza.
Yeah. Right. I still think we need to get Ryan in on this somehow.
We'll figure
Ryan
it
had
out.
pineapple on pizza.
Ryan tried one. Ryan
No. With Vegemite. I don't know. It's
but I'll be on Geeks and Gamers Play in an hour and a half. That's where we play Fall Guys. Right. So Geeks and Gamers Play.
Nice. Disparu, my man, thanks for coming on. Tell us what you got coming up.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me on. Always good to be back. I've got one more Rings of Power, and people are like, how on earth can you drag this out? Well, they did the behind the scenes, and I've still got 3 more episodes to go. The more stuff that they can make, the worse it gets. Like, literally, the more they talk about it, it's like, I thought this was bad enough. I didn't need to hear your excuses for it, but here we are. There's Willow coming up. Then there's National Treasure a little bit in the future. The Last of Us. I think it's going to be a very fun couple of months for me. So, yeah, if you're interested in any of those, check me out on YouTube.
Yeah, Disparu, you're finding out that you're like, oh, man, there's going to be a lull. There's never a fucking lull.
Never. No.
There's always something to talk about, and I can't wait to get to those behind the scenes. I got something to go with it, so I've been kind of like waiting to put those two things together, kind of like a peanut butter.
They're like polar opposites. Like Shield, I watched it. I'm like, it's amazing how much effort and time you put into something that was so awful, and then Rings of Power is like, I'm amazed how little you actually tried, and you think this is amazing. I actually came out more impressed by She-Hulk.
Yeah,
both are really funny, but
that's the bad robot way. Is they all learn from Jar Jar Abrams, who's not talented. Okay, that's the thing. Is he's not a good director. He's not a good writer. He's not a good storyteller. He's a gimmick artist who's a bullshit artist. So what he's really good at is convincing himself and other people that he's good when he isn't, and he taught other people to do that.
Like in the making of, generally you'd expect something a little bit deeper that delves behind sort of just what they show in the show. Yeah. So you hear more about the motivations or their thought process about why they created this character, why did they do this? It's like, no, there's literally lines like, well, we made some Harfoots and there was heroes and villains, and the Harfoots hide a lot because they're small. Like, is that the quality of your scripts? That's literally how deep you think about the show. It was astronomical. It really was.
We could tell.
We could tell.
Very much so.
And our guest tonight, again, good job, X-Ray Girl. We've had some great guests, but thanks for joining us again. Gothix, very insightful. Please go check out her latest video and her interview on Unapologetic. They're both like must-see videos. Thanks for coming on again. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for amplifying Black voices. I appreciate the representation. Yeah, you guys look me up, Gothix. By the way, Chrissy, I never told you this, but that day you came on dressed up as Frosk, I didn't know who Frosk was, but I saw clips of her online. So when you came on the screen, it took me a few moments to actually put in my head that you weren't actually Frosk. I'm like, who is this crazy person? Oh, on the
You had
show.
the
And I'm
perfect reaction.
yeah, I was like, wait. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for being on. Yeah. All the white women look alike anyway, so especially like that.
They do, yeah.
That's true.
Especially when they're yelling.
Right? Well, it's amazing. See, because I'm a man, I have this ability to not see or hear them anymore once their mouth starts moving. I can be staring right at it and it goes mute, and I hear some like nice music in my head or something.
Elevator music.
Yep, and I'm thinking about baseball or something. So thanks everyone for watching. I just released a video yesterday that Perry worked very hard on, that we have been kind of cooking up for like a month. We got another one of those coming out next couple of weeks. So thanks everyone who supported it and all the nice things. If you're in the LA area, I will be at LA Comic-Con tomorrow pretty much all day, hanging around the con. And then I'll be doing a panel in the afternoon with Chris Gore, Dante, Ellen, and Anna, that Star Wars girl. And it's the panel will be why 99% of Hollywood is garbage. And our guest for next week, is. Go for it, X-Ray Girl.
Oh, Steven Crowder.
Steven.
No fucking shit.
Nice one.
See, senoritas.
Thank you, Quarter Block Garrett, for.
Hey, it only took me like 3 years.
So next week will be pretty interesting.
Next week will be interesting.
That'll be a fun one right there.
There'll be a square up this weekend. Sorry, the other one was late. It took me I'm on hotel internet, and it took like all fucking day to upload. I was like getting nervous.
Dude.
So it uploaded like 20 minutes before the fucking show. It's like such a loser. But it's got Thanksgiving and Real BBC and FNT, and then the next one will be up this weekend. So thank you all who left a super chat donation. We appreciate you. You help keep the lights on. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. You guys are fantastic in your thankless job. And thanks to everyone who spent time with us. We really appreciate you. We will see you next week. Ciao,
Bye.
Bella.
Bye.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye, everyone.
What's it at? Bye.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.